That's what I said. He faced.
Remember when Uncle Jimmy picked us
I'm
up
not with it today. Can you tell?
to take us out to the ranch? It was always Uncle Jim.
Tell her I walked around at 4.
You walked around?
Well, Jim and Bill were the only two that were left.
What do you do?
Yeah, Billy is the only one that I remember left at the.
Well, not yet.
He lived in that back by the kitchen,
left Patty back.
or where we ate. That wasn't the kitchen.
Oh,
it was
everybody has these sudden
table.
things that are happening. I know.
I know, and look, I'm asleep.
See, Guerneville Road, you used to have to go College Avenue and make that turn at
Monroe. We go by Monroe School.
Sat
I don't know
you
how
sat
long.
on benches. It wasn't
Yeah.
a dining room. It was like a built-in porch, and you sat around the table and ate lots of food, as I remember.
Lots of food, spaghetti, chicken.
The amazing thing is that Grandma Moretti was a great cook.
Right, turn.
And our mother turned out, she cooked macaroni on the top of the stove and put a can of Del Monte tomato sauce in.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So,
And she's Italian.
yeah, she
And
not all Italians are great cooks.
Our milk came from evaporated, the cans that had evaporated milk. And mush, I think, was one of our main meals. Mush.
Really? Oh
Like
my God.
You have to-
oatmeal,
you have to
mush.
understand- yeah.
Polenta?
Wait, my
Polenta?
kids call it mush, and I call it mush to this day.
I call it mush.
You have to understand that we didn't sit down to eat at home. There was a pot on the stove, and whenever you came in, you could eat out of the pot.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
wow.
Wait till you see the house on Hewitt Street. $2,100 a month. Right?
Yeah. Well, I think it.
Seven.
Hey, I'm sure that the front yard looks a little better than this.
That's,
Yes,
yeah. That's the picture that we have on the wall.
Yeah.
Now, what am I doing here, Pam?
Right turn?
Right turn?
Oh, right, dear?
Okay.
I thought that's John's job. He's riding shotgun.
No, he's
I
filming.
know. It's a joke. We know that. Ow. Where's that green thing?
And Dad, the lady who
You think
bought
I'd
it
know
from
what that was
Moretti
automatically, but I
still
don't.
lives there, but she's in her 90s and kind of bedridden.
Mike, where's your
Sugiyama's mom?
Sugiyama's mom, yeah.
Well, Al's probably too young for this, but on the Moretti ranch that we're going to now,
Yeah?
great grandmother Posey, who looked like she's 150 years old, was always sitting in the living room.
Sure she was alive?
Yeah, well, I
I
guess.
think she was.
Hey, Al, would you hand that to Patty?
Left turn up at the light.
No, the green one. Mike, the green one.
But anyway, she was ancient,
Yeah?
and she was always sitting in this darkened living room that we never really went into.
We never went into
No.
it. I think we rarely went into the kitchen. I don't think we were allowed in there. I'm not sure, but
Horrible. Look at her eyes.
the only place that I really remember is the big table. And it was about 12, 15 feet long. I think.
So much better.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun.
I can't wait. Well, I can wait.
Now,
But,
Paula, we need to keep an eye out for the house.
oh, yeah.
It's going to be on our left, so you may have to go up and turn around.
No, we're not near the college.
I think I'd recognize it.
Me too. Yeah. I just,
Pam,
We
I-
came
In fact,
over-
now I
Right.
remember the corner. It
I
was
gotta
called
have mints. I heard get your water.
the corner grocery store
Oh,
near
college.
it was called the
Isn't
Village.
that funny? I was going to
I thought it was the college market. No?
No, it
Village
was the
market?
Village Market.
Oh.
At least.
Well, I want mine.
And John, yeah, yours is there.
Where'd
Well,
you put
we'll
ours,
see.
Pam?
I
Well, you
don't
got to
think it's
remember,
there.
you're 4 years younger, so you
Thank
they may have
God.
changed the name.
Yeah.
Every name and say, I gave you yours, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we don't have drink holders, so we're not worthy.
I know.
And your grandma Moretti bought us a big bag of groceries to take
Yeah.
home. I remember that.
Probably $5 bill of we used to call them a bill of groceries.
Yeah, a bill.
As long as it runs.
That's right. You're full of crap.
Well,
Long haul.
That's a crummy looking sheriff's car. Look at that.
You got a good stack.
It's a Ford
I like those. They're not low to the ground.
Edge, I think. Yeah.
No, someone said those are the Explorers. They're
Wouldn't you
small.
have
that's
liked
another
one of
yeah, they're
those,
all
Dad?
buying
Wow.
panels now or
Don't be a troublemaker.
SUVs.
No, one of those vans. When he was a cop, what?
Oh, I thought you meant, never mind, okay.
Paddy wagon?
No, wouldn't you have liked to have had one of those vehicles, Dad, when you were patrolling?
All I
was on a
wanted was
Harley.
something big.
Well,
that's
yeah, and that
not-
would have been good.
Either a
Most of the
Harley
time
or
it's in
a
car.
Yeah, you like that Harley?
big
Vince
car.
knows it. He told David all about it.
Well, when
And
we
he
were
has a
young,
book, the
all
CHP
the
book. He goes,
patrol
"Look,
had
David, this
Harleys.
is
In
what
fact,
Graham
Yeah,
drove. It's
they
in
had
my
the
book."
if you didn't have a Harley or an Indian, you were a weirdo with a Triumph or something.
Well, or he would have been like this. He'd be good then if they gave him let me go.
What was the name of the Harley guy on 4th Street?
Frugally.
Frugally, and the
Joe
other guy?
Frugally,
No,
I remember that.
on
Joe Frugally.
5th Street was the
Yeah,
Indian.
yeah. The Indian was Rossi.
Okay.
Rossi, right?
So Pam, what am I doing now?
Go up, and you're probably going to have to go beyond the house and turn to come back.
Well, where's the house?
Okay, Pam,
It's,
let's go.
I'll know it too. I'll know it.
God, he was so
It's a
embarrassing.
2-story house and it sits back on the
Is it on the
property.
left or right?
It's on the left,
It's
and
on the left, yeah.
it's up a little bit more. But again, you're going to have to drive by and come back and park, I think.
He can pull in the driveway, can he, or can he?
It was right there.
That's
That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
So we'll
Sorry.
turn around and go back.
God, it's messy.
Tillman's
Just
is
get
up
out of
here. It's a
here.
big
Oh, God,
parking
you
lot.
Kidding.
She's going to
I
have to
didn't
stay in
recognize it
Oh,
that
and
time.
here's
I
the guy.
recognized
Here's
it
you
before.
guys. When Pam and I were looking for the Moretti Ranch, we stopped here. We saw a guy working on his motorcycle, but they were closed. And Pam says, "Yeah, we're looking for the Moretti Ranch." And he goes,
Is it still called that?
I've only been here for 10 years." And I go, "Pam, if you start laughing,
I wouldn't laugh
If
at
you
that.
look at me, I'll kill you."
So he says, he says, I don't know where, but you can go to,
Okay.
you can
hold
come
on a
back on Monday
Right
and ask
here.
for the homo.
Is it here? It's
No, it's
oh.
next.
No,
It's
Ask
yeah,
for the
right,
homo.
yeah,
And I
yes,
go,
right
Yeah.
here. She says you can drive
She's a
around to
homo.
the
I
back
said,
if you can
"Excuse
fit
me,
there.
bitch."
Otherwise,
On the
we
next
go- no, next
driveway, I
one,
think.
next one.
This
Does
one here,
this park
right?
in front?
No, she says you can drive around to the back.
Can you get this back there? Like I said, you guys from the back.
Yeah, we could
will
just
be
stay
off
right in the
first.
front, Pam, is
Yeah.
perfect. Because then
Well,
we
of
just
course,
stay-
Wanna
that
stay in
little...
the
right
front
here
or-
in the front is perfect.
All
That's
right.
where we
Oh, okay.
parked.
All right. Well, she said drive around, but this is okay.
No, this way you're in and out.
They're
And
not
Sherry,
ask
we
how
broke
many
your
people-
fence.
You're
they
good,
can-
Mike. You're
All right.
good. There's a big shoulder. Big
And she's
shoulder.
talking about Sandy's.
So is this Is this 2 stories though? It doesn't.
Yeah.
No,
It's
no,
a
I think it's
basement.
probably a
It's
basement.
they-
Oh,
above.
an
It's
attic?
an
Oh, it has a
above-ground
basement.
basement.
So you guys
which-
lived here?
They
No,
really.
this
no.
is our grandmother's.
This is where we came for a Sunday meal
Okay, so
once a month or so.
This is
Yeah,
Moretti.
the Moretti
And,
Ranch. There they are. Oh, look, they're so
They're
excited.
peeking out. Oh, you know.
And it looks
Oh,
a lot
sorry,
different.
I did.
It's the right place, Al. Remember, we were smaller when we were here. He says the house doesn't look as tall. It doesn't, but
Oh, look at that guy.
oh, is that the owner in the hat there?
Can we go back there?
No. Yes. No, she wants us to.
Yeah.
You tell
Good,
me.
because I
We want
also
to
want to get away from the road noise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's kind of hard to hear. Hi again.
My Uncle Hank.
Sandy, nice to meet you.
Photographer John.
Hi. You look familiar.
That's the driver, Mike. And
Doesn't she have
again,
great
this is,
skin?
Al
Becky?
and Hank. They're
Al, my brother Hank.
These are the two that had Sunday dinners here.
Oh,
Little
wow.
ones, as little guys.
Yeah, except this is the road kind of went to the garage.
Uh-huh.
And Dad always went with Grandpa to the garage because it was during the Volstead Act. And Grandpa made a little wine. And my dad liked a little wine. Yeah. So, but I learned to ride a bicycle here. A little
Oh, I bet
bike
it's
about that big,
He learned to
about
ride a
4 or
bike here.
4 years old.
Where Uncle Hank learned.
Al, you remember the bike we used to ride here?
Yeah. I bet.
Learned to ride a bicycle.
Yeah, we rode the bike from the barn. We weren't allowed to go all the way out, but up to here
Dad's first stop was the barn with Grandpa.
with the wine.
Yeah.
But here's where we ate right here.
Yeah, right there was the.
There was a big table back
Oh, this
there.
where the glass
big
windows are lined up
table
there.
with
Yeah.
with benches around it.
Oh, I'll ask her if it's still
And
like
the
that.
kitchen
Is it
was
still
here,
like a benched
and the
area
front room
around
there.
Yeah.
the table there? No, that was probably pulled out.
I don't know whether the food was really good or if we were just hungry.
Oh,
We
yeah.
were always hungry.
Yeah.
Well, should we walk back away from the road? Maybe we can get a little better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, John's
Sound?
having trouble with
too
the
Did you go in the
noisy.
barn or no? What was in the barn then?
The barn was just junk and
Yeah, she and her husband are
No
the
animals?
owner, and then the mother lives here.
Yeah. Now this wasn't here.
Oh, that was not here.
No,
Oh, no, I think
no,
you
the
said
house
that about
ended
4
right
years
there.
ago. Now, is that a living unit?
The house ended right at the wall, and if I recall, this is where the big table and the benches were.
Right. It used
That's
to be
where
a
we.
big sun porch.
That's where we ate. Yeah.
Yeah, and they extended that and made it part of the kitchen.
Yeah.
You still have a table in there? Or you must have changed all that. There was a big table. No. Yeah.
We both remember this house as being taller. But
Of course.
Because you were smaller.
yeah, right. That's what I tell Al. But Grandma Posey, Al doesn't remember her, but Grandma Posey, who must have been 900 years or so old. I mean, because Grandma was old, gray hair.
Yeah.
And Grandma Posey was her mother. She was
Lord have
always
mercy.
sitting in the living room, and I never saw her move, so I'm not sure she was alive.
It was one of those, what is it, Psycho.
But yeah,
Just propped her up in a seat.
and I don't think I ever talked to her, or she ever talked to me.
I'm not sure of the
talked
secrets, but
But she was.
Let's go back to the barn.
the Sugiyamas bought it in
From
1950.
The people who bought it from the Morettis.
Correct.
So there
Oh,
were
I
two
thought
of
she
them.
bought it directly from
The
Moretti.
barn's still standing.
So is this the barn?
No, yeah, but it was beautiful when we were kids. Well, that's 1930. Yeah.
So what was in the barn? Did you have horses?
It's been about 81 years
Played in the barn?
since I was here, because I was 4 or 5 years old.
Prunes over, okay.
Yeah, this was a prune orchard at one
Yeah, and we never picked prunes here. Picked them everywhere else. I love to eat prunes, but I hate to pick them. God.
Yeah, but where was the prune orchard? It was right here.
Over here.
Yeah, right.
Over here.
You guys want to
Yeah.
get in front of the barn and then
Yeah,
give
this
me
was
a
sort
little,
of the gravel driveway, because we used to ride our bikes back to here and then back. And I don't think we ever ventured beyond the barn.
No. And this was the main door that we went in.
Yes. She doesn't want us to go in there.
And our grandfather made wine there.
That was,
In fact, he drank a lot of it there too, and our
And-
dad did too.
and probably before you got as old as me or so, the Volstead Act was still in effect when I used to come here. First of all,
Yeah,
Prohibition.
but they still had their wine here.
Yeah, oh yeah. Grandpa made his wine here.
Yeah.
They didn't pick on guys who made their own wine if they didn't sell it.
I think that's why Dad liked to come out here too.
Yeah, oh yeah, Dad did.
It's
Yeah.
wine.
Yeah.
so this is where you went in right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right here is where we went in, yeah. And it was just big. There's a ramp. And right in here was the cesspool. Right in here somewhere.
You remember a cesspool.
Yeah. And
I would not remember a
Yeah.
cesspool.
I do. And it was right about in here.
But
Yeah.
this was graveled because we rode the
Yeah.
bike all the way back
But they
here.
had boards over it.
Oh, okay.
They had boards over it, yeah. God.
yeah. But they,
I never would have recognized that house.
no. Well, first of all, it was white. It
Yeah.
was white, and it looked taller. We
Yeah.
were smaller, so I guess that's what happened. Wow.
Boy, let's see. Like,
Yeah, and the market was called the Village, and it was right down there at the corner, and that was the only thing there. And Grandma would buy us or send us down with a small bag of groceries.
Although when we went home, God, the bag seems to
Yeah, but for $5, that's what you got.
yeah.
I mean, potatoes
Big, big.
were a 100-pound sack for $1.
Yeah, so a lot of things are stored in there now. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the cesspool was right here.
I'll be darned. I wonder if they know that.
And
there
we
was a
take that. I don't know. Maybe they may be on city or whatnot now. But I remember the bike had a little sign or something on the side of it. You'd think, well, it's a motorbike, but it
No,
wasn't.
It was a small bike.
Yeah, a small one.
small wheels. It wasn't like a regular
Yeah.
bicycle
Yeah.
with a balloon tire.
We're gonna get a lug box that you guys used to get your. What do you call it?
I
A
don't
lug box,
remember
right?
that.
A lug box that you guys used to get your.
Pick the prunes.
Pick the prunes
But we
in.
never picked prunes here.
Yeah,
No,
Al,
Jim
Albert,
did,
my
but you
Jim
didn't.
did.
said,
Yeah.
I
No,
don't,
Jim picked
I
them
don't,
down on
I don't
9th
do
Street where Dad did.
I thought he said here.
No, he said down at the end of 9th somewhere.
Well, that little.
So, Dad, what did you guys have in here? Did you have booze and stuff, or what?
No,
Did you
well,
say
our
booze?
grandfather
What did you do in
made
here?
the wine.
Well, we didn't do
Right.
much in the
Yeah.
barn. It was
Grappa.
kind of a
And my
Moretti.
dad
interesting
liked
place,
Moretti.
but,
Yeah.
Grandpa
but
Moretti.
Dad would
Yeah.
come here and
Actually,
get a,
Swiss.
get a,
Right, but it's
Couple
Swiss
of-
Italian.
Swiss Italian,
Drink 'em,
exactly.
yeah, he
And
drank a lot.
and he in the house in the
My-
back
my
there,
father-
he always
my
sat
father
on this
was-
end,
Right.
and
Sandy.
he had this
My-
big mustache.
My father
Yeah.
was a connoisseur
then-
of the 50-cent gallon of wine.
I never saw him stand up.
Do you recognize
So,
those?
you want to go
Oh,
pick
yeah.
a lug of prunes?
See now,
Strawberries.
I'm not sure, but I think in my day when we picked it, it was a nickel
Yeah.
or a dime for a full box.
Dad
Yeah.
said 7 cents.
7
per hop.
cents is
7
what I
cents for a
remember.
box like this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet your
7
hands
cents.
But this
like
was
we
a
get
lot
mine on
better
the
than
ice,
picking
right?
hops
I made my
because
nails, so I didn't-
Hops are sticky.
I
We
even
picked
got all my
hops,
jewelry.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
they
never
never
forget
forget
that.
that.
They
Oh,
give
yeah.
us heck
Look at their
for
old mangled.
putting too many leaves in them. You know,
Yeah.
you skim them
dirty
over.
hops they called it.
My thumbs do.
Yeah.
To here,
Yeah.
see the
Because
my
Mom
I
had
bend
it.
them all
Mom had
back.
it made. She was
But I just
all
always
she had to
look.
do was come out to the hop yard with us because she was subject to hop poisoning.
I don't have any.
Yeah, no, you've got good.
Or at least
I
she
work
said she
outside
was.
all the time. We've been out with axes.
And you'd come out with a really
snuff every spring.
crappy lunch of some type, very little of anything,
That'd be fun.
and a penny a pound.
You don't have one for sale, do you? Oh,
No, I'll give you
Oh.
that one, but it's
We'll pick it up a little too
Oh,
much
I don't
sound
care.
here, lady.
oh, John gave me the signal.
Sorry.
Can I really?
Second.
I asked first, Paula.
You notice that our uncles were hunters. You notice the little bit of antler laying there.
Yeah, Uncle Henry.
Yeah,
was,
all of the Moretti boys were.
And Uncle Henry hunted with Uncle Joe on the other side of the family.
Did you know the
Adams
Morettis
side.
had 14 children? Mom was the oldest.
They lost 2, didn't they?
They lost 2 at birth. Yeah.
2 at birth, yeah.
And Grandpa Moretti used his brother's name to get into the country from Locarno, Switzerland. Yeah.
He used to
Yeah.
talk about the bullets in Switzerland, and you'd get so many bullets with your rifle, and no hunting with those, you know.
Oh no, that was your military.
Yeah, and the inspector would come by and count the bullets, and you had to have the same amount of bullets that they gave to you to start with. God,
I don't think we had a basketball hoop here when we were kids.
no, but you know, I think Mom's. Who was the younger sister right next to her?
Stella.
She looked like Mom. Stella?
Yeah. Stella had the son whose bike we used to ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was it.
Yeah.
His bike.
I
yeah.
can't remember his name.
Yeah. Well, God,
Yeah, things have changed.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's strange. Why did they change things when you were only 80 years older? Yes, this used to be a working.
I remember the wine barrel.
So the Sugian was on the mother and the son. The son didn't go to the farm. He went he's an artist, I guess, a graphic artist. So, but they were very shy about having
people come here, so it was
Yeah.
really neat.
Yeah, thank God they let us come.
Yeah, isn't this? Does it make you feel
How
like
far did
somewhere
the property-
inside
It
your
Five
does.
property go,
It
do you
doesn't look.
Well, the prune ranch is out.
Obviously, 80
Yeah.
years,
There's
but
a prune ranch here.
but the house, the same shape.
This place supported. a
And
big
I
family.
told Hank, I don't know if you remember, but the grandfather, I never saw him stand up.
Yeah.
Never saw Grandpa Ray. And he had a glass of wine. The glass was that big, and about that deep.
And he just sat there. And drank.
Always full. That glass is always full. And Grandma Moretti was always in the kitchen, I think.
Like I say, Grandma Moretti had one whited over eye that,
Pink eye.
what do you call it, when she's blind in one eye. With,
Didn't she have pink eye, Hank?
No, it's... there's
Mom had pink eye
You
then.
mean
No.
glaucoma?
glaucoma, right.
Glaucoma, okay.
The only thing I remember about Grandma Moretti is that she was always old, gray haired. She had a white over the eye glaucoma, and
And now we are one with the white hair.
She wasn't an affectionate grandma. She was just, when you've had 14 kids.
She was
two
in
of-
control. Yeah.
And two of them died at birth, but 14 children.
Right.
And Mom was the oldest. And
Well, they were like farm animals, if you will. I mean, farm hands.
Yeah.
That's why they had so many,
And they adopted. Well, plus they didn't have a lot of reliable birth control.
No.
no. But you got to remember that even 80-some years
What's the
ago,
word I'm trying to
they
think
were
of?
both Grandma and Grandpa Moretti were old,
Abstain
and she lived until 90
or something like that.
The abstinence
The
method.
ass.
That works really well.
That just doesn't work for our family. But that.
People try to paint it, they ruin it, but
Yeah,
if you
just like that.
leave it alone, they put their
Rinse it
magazines
off.
in it.
Forever,
No, but see, I
Little army trick.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
a Really lot. appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate
it.
My
Thank you.
pleasure. Nice to meet
I still
you.
remember the meals. Yeah,
Yeah, good.
that's an old army
Thanks
goose
for
in the
allowing
hand.
us.
It's like
Your kindness.
Absolutely.
I know,
And
not
I
even
hope it wasn't a.
No, it's
Oh,
wonderful.
But it
Yes.
would stroll down memory lane. I think that's cool.
Absolutely. Very. And
Thank
thank
you.
Gary
Yeah,
as
you're
well.
welcome.
I
I
will,
will.
for
Thank
sure.
him very much.
And good luck on
A
your
love
upcoming
box
nuptials.
for
Yeah, thank you.
Patty. Now I want to
Less
keep
than
it.
2.5 weeks now.
Do you know the house where they grew up? The people there are getting married in 3 weeks. Is that weird? Over on Hewitt Street? No.
That's crazy.
Like I need
Yeah.
another.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much again.
All right.
That was
Guys,
wonderful.
take care.
Thanks, Becky.
And again, thank Gary.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Thank you.
This is a big piece of property. How many acres?
Thank
I
you.
think it was like 10 acres or something.
Wow.
I'm guessing.
That's a
How
lot.
far does the property
I asked for a local.
Boy, you can't even see.
Is it past that barn back there?
Oh yeah. Oh no, this is only this is less than half. It's 10 acres. So if you want to see, you want to see?
Oh, look at that.
That's the name. Benoni
Yeah.
was one of the family
Ed
names.
Benoni. That's one of the family names. That's like Uncle Hank just saw that. Ed Benoni.
The only reason I know that, I didn't know the name Benoni, but when we had a family gathering back about 40 years ago,
She's looking at
the Venonis
property
were
goes.
there. I think that was on Grandma's side.
Did they own the property next? Because the Morettis owned it, they sold it to someone else, and the Sugiyamas bought it from them in 1950.
I think this is a name from
This is the family
Switzerland.
name with the Morettis.
From Switzerland, yeah. In fact, the house that Grandpa Moretti was born in is owned by a distant cousin, and she rents it out now.
Oh, man. I bet
Yeah.
it's worth
So
It
you
looks
guys-
like it. I saw a picture of it at Occidental when Beth was there with all the pictures she's been there, and it's just a Mediterranean style.
Well, the Posies
box
were from
house.
Occidental. Grandma Posey, there was part of this family
Occidental.
in Occidental. Occidental, if you haven't been there, in the old days, when we sold papers all summer, if we stayed with the same newspaper guy peddling papers at the Russian River all summer, we got a meal and Occidental.
Oh,
And it was like
that big Italian.
yeah,
Everything
Right.
they had.
But it was different then
Everything,
because for
yeah.
$1.25 they served you antipasta, and then you got some spaghetti,
Salami,
and
soup.
then you got soup, and then you got ravioli, and then roast beef, and then chicken cacciatore, and then at the end they had banana fritters, and they don't have them anymore. I love banana fritters. $1.25 was paid for by the boss if you stuck with him all year selling papers. Yeah, all summer.
All
I bet
right.
you guys look forward to that.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
damn thing you sink your teeth into.
Yep.
Of course, you go there now, and they give you 3 pieces of salami and this is
And an olive.
Yeah.
One of our unc-
Here you go.
One of our uncles sat on a bench in
I
front of
always had to be real careful.
the restaurant all the time up there, and I forget which uncle it was. Do you remember?
Which one? For what?
One of our uncles,
that would
Mom's
sit at the
brother.
bar.
Well, the only one.
would set up in front of the Altmont or the Union, whatever one it was.
Oh, yeah, that was probably a Posey, part of the Posey family, because
okay.
they sat there. It's what you did in those days, I guess. You were one of the town fixtures.
Yeah.
So you guys, did
He
this
was.
when you walked on here? Did like the memories flood?
Yeah. Well, we both said. Al said at first the house seemed shorter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because-
okay. Because you were shorter.
Yeah, Italian houses.
And we
In
never
the-
went in the front door.
Yeah, no,
Neither
never.
do they. Because
No,
when Pam
you-
and I knocked on the door to get to
No.
Never went in the
introduce-
front door.
They
Never
said,
went in the front
please
door.
come down the back because we go in our back. They don't either.
But generally, these Italian
That's
houses that were
bizarre.
built are bigger basements, so the house is above, so it would be taller. And I remember this taller.
Yeah, I do. Remember
So it's funny. Like if I drive down Andrew Street, I start thinking about Mary Byerly and Mariuccia and things like that. So I was just asking them if the memories kind of flooded. Because this was a long.
This was the main road to the Russian River when we were kids. Right. And we go through Forestville, and sometimes we didn't go home. We'd stay. We'd sleep on the beach, and then when the boss came on the next day, he'd bring us the papers again. And I had Brianito, Billy, the oldest brother, had Guerneville, and Hank had Gurneywood. Yeah. We had some good times. They could have been better, but they were still good times. Yeah.
She took me back there when I asked about the little gray-haired lady, and she says, "Yeah." She took me back, and there's a gray head sitting right there by the window.
Oh,
So are the people at the next
That's
what you were saying.
I still call it cesspool, but she says their septic tank is over to the right now.
Okay.
But they said we go.
Mike, right at the light.
They said their dogs. Don't forget the dogs will be in the house.
The dogs will be in the house. Yeah, and they said don't bring them up.
Let's see if we can
Don't
help here,
forget
Hank.
to
if
give
we
her the
can.
Yeah.
certificate.
Between the front door and the.
She does. Is she a nurse?
I know her. I don't know.
Pam, you want to look at that one picture with me in the center. It's not with Al in it, but that Bruce and I and Paul Ash. That I'm the old kid there, the one in the middle.
Okay.
You know.
Before you
And
go,
that-
I'll
yeah,
do a
but-
double check on these just to be sure I've got everything.
But I tell you the story on that picture is that Bruce Cameron was 6 months younger than me, but he was a foot taller. But I'm so cute. That little kid
Hey, well,
there,
I'm gonna have a
so
piece of
4
licorice.
feet tall and 67 pounds or something. That when we were selling papers together, he's selling the Call Bulletin, which is the most
Here, I'll get it.
popular Hearst paper, and I'm selling the San Francisco News, and I'm selling more papers
You want a piece of licorice?
and getting getting better tips
I'll have
because
two, then I'll have your piece.
the ladies in the bar with their boyfriends saying, "Oh George, give the little boy a quarter, or give the little boy a dime, or buy the little boy's paper." And Bruce, I think Bruce would get so annoyed because he's this regular gangly kid, and they're not cute.
Yeah.
Now I say that I didn't turn out to grow up cute, but during that
You're
picture
very
you
handsome,
can
Uncle.
see why I sold more papers
You
and
and
shined
Dad
more
got
shoes.
the
Oh
good
my
genes.
God. Hey, what kind of tree was it? A magnolia or
camellia tree?
Magnolia. Magnolia.
Oh,
It was the only camellia tree I think in the country, and for the longest time, when I went overseas,
That's usually
I came back 3 years later, and they had developed that area, and the camellia tree was parked up by the county hospital.
this morning with
Wow.
They actually dug it up and potted it. I don't know where it is now, but it was a full-grown camellia tree. You've seen a camellia bush.
Yeah.
Well,
This is a
by the way, in Japanese, the camellia is hanasabaka. We know that because we go to a restaurant, a Japanese restaurant that's named that. But
left
anyway,
turn at the light, Mike. It's a few blocks up. Left turn. The light. Now, what's this
What
thing?
street will that be, Pam?
That's College, and I can get us real close to where we need to be, but I usually make a wrong turn on the last thing.
Oh,
Yeah, College, we can make a right turn on Cleveland. Do you do that?
No, let me get you real close. There's a shorter way to go.
Okay.
and
All right.
this La Chita market is what used to be Stefani and Lamoni.
Stefani
I think so,
Lamoni,
yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the cherry tree there?
Yeah, Stefani got tired.
Remember who put, I was on the shoulders, I was the littlest guy.
Yeah. Well, Stefani got so tired of people picking his cherries off the tree, he barbed wired
Barbed
it.
wire. That's why I was on the shoulders of somebody, I don't know who it was. And remember he chased us down 7th there
Oh,
with
I
his
think
cane.
so,
He
yeah.
had a cane then. And he chased us and the cops came and picked us up and took us all back to the store. God. And Stefani, we're lucky he didn't beat the heck out of us with a cane.
Yeah, so I went to
Lamoni, I guess it was a partnership. I don't think one of them was more important than the other.
They were. Yeah, Stefani lived close by. Lamoni didn't live right around there. His son was sort of a.
He was in law enforcement, I think, eventually. Stefani.
But I can't imagine. Anyway, at Stefani and Lamoni Market, they used to, when we picked prunes or picked hops, and you got a chit, and you could take it to the
Keep
market
going
and
past
use
this
the
light.
chit.
Keep going past this light.
Sorry, day before yesterday, and it's
Anyway, they would extend you paid with the chit, and then the farmer, when they got the money, would redeem the chits. So you could get a bill of groceries with whatever you earned in the hop fields and the prunes.
And right at the next light.
I had to take some of that morning because I thought.
Boy, I'm turned around. I roughly know where I'm at.
Yeah, well, they've changed so many streets, like I say, that
Yeah, to my
And then once we get there, I was.
wow, this town.
Ride back.
You go racing in the door.
Yes.
You'd have a hell of a time delivering the papers now, huh?
Yeah. Oh.
It's pretty sharp. So,
Well, you stop and think about.
and I said, well, it's one of
Stop
two.
and think about this. Dad was born
Yes.
here.
Isn't their house in
In
College with the net farm, he
1890.
said? It's really tidy.
Pam, is this the
Oh,
place
Stony
that's
Point,
Chinese?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'll
Yeah.
be darned.
You know, when
You know,
people
we're going to a different
when people talk about the 1906 San Francisco quake, Dad would say no. The center
Santa
of the
Rosa
quake
was the
Santa
worst.
Rosa.
Yeah.
That Dad told
Piece of
me
liquor store?
on the right. It's all clean and tidy. It's perfect now.
Dad, I want to find the
Hey, Dad.
house of ill repute, Irene's house of ill repute.
I'm the guy that brought that up. I'm sorry I did.
I used
but-
to
I
sell.
know.
I used
We're
to
all
sell
excited.
papers there too.
And peek in the
Yeah, and
windows.
they had the units over here, and I'd knock on the door. And I'd say,
You used to
I have
peek in-
paper.
did you
Yeah,
used to peek
and
in the window,
and
or-
Irene's. No, there was no windows. It was just the door, and but the bar. You could go in the bar too. We went to all the bars to sell papers. I don't think anybody said we couldn't come in. Go
I
anywhere.
went to
So
Lincoln
you
School
go to the
with
door to hope to get a peek, Dad?
Irene's.
No.
Irene's nephew was in the same grade as I was in Lincoln School for a while, and he always had money, so his aunt must have
Yeah.
kept
Been a
it.
superstar.
Now wait, Stony Point Road is
Left lane.
Stony
goes into
Point Road is way
Sebastopol
out in the
Avenue.
country off Sebastopol Avenue. What happened?
We were scuba diving in your
How did this get to
They
where it
expanded
is?
it.
Just don't want to trip in the butt.
Go by yourself.
Sebastopol Road's up about a mile.
Hey, Dad.
Then
Dad, on
it's
College
still in the
Avenue,
country.
there's that really nice place you said was a nut farm.
ask if
The
I
nuts, it's on College. We didn't go there, but it's really clean
Yes,
and
you're not
tiny.
supposed to do that. That means pretty.
And you told me that
And
that
what
was
is it?
and they're nuts or something. Nuts. The trees are still there.
Yeah, and behold, the 3 people
Nuts?
can see
Yeah.
flippers go
And it's
down.
on College.
Yeah.
We went,
Left
we
at
went
the
by
light.
that day. It's still immaculate. They sold some of the
It doesn't ring a
property.
bell with me.
Oh, okay.
Does it do with you, Hank?
What?
A nut house on College Avenue?
Oh, a nut farm. Left.
A nut house.
Not people nuts, real nuts.
Oh,
A big unit.
well, they had nut orchards all around
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
what
I
this
don't
was
remember
on
a store
College.
there.
Nut house.
Now, 9th Street, you know, 8th Street, 7th and 8th Street were also Little Italy on the other side of Madison Avenue.
Take it out every time, or
Because the bakeries that were there,
there goes your other
Yeah,
error.
the National Bakery or whatever the hell the name is.
Yeah, and that would make me nervous.
Franco-American.
Well, Franco-American, but the other bakery
there were
we
two
went
of
into,
them.
yeah,
One was on the corner right across from Stefani Limoni.
that
One
was
a block
Bastoni.
down-
That was Bastoni.
Okay.
And what is Western
And
Springs?
the other one was the block east.
Hank uses them all the time.
That one's gone. That was a French
Yeah,
restaurant.
boy.
Yeah, right. One block
You
east.
might, they'll nail you here. If you go like over 25, a kid was killed in the crosswalk, so you have to be really careful.
So were these.
I don't remember these streets.
Maybe they weren't here, Hank.
Yes, and then you turn the TV down.
When you go to the movies, you ask where you go.
I have absolutely no idea where I am.
Hank does.
Well, you got company.
We're doing that. Just talk louder. That's fine.
And you just tap me if I do the same.
Oh, show them the tree.
But they recorded.
Oh yeah, he's gonna record the whole way. So you feel free to tap me. Oh no, that's fine. Feel free to tap me if I do.
Sam, do you have any idea where we are?
Yes. This is Lincoln School off to the right.
Where?
Where?
Off to the right, right here. It's the new Lincoln School.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not
That's
the
not
one
you.
we
That's
went
not
to.
Oh,
yours.
no.
No,
that
that's-
isn't
We
Lincoln.
couldn't find.
Go right.
So we're coming up on Wilson here pretty soon?
Close. We're gonna go. No, we don't go left. Go right on this corner. I think this is done.
Well, now Lincoln School will be close to this Hewitt Street, only a few
Yeah,
blocks.
right,
It's
yeah.
in the right
Wanna go right
area.
here? This is
No, go one straight. One more. After you stop.
He's not gay, Mike. No, I'm kidding. He took his hand like this. Sorry, I had to say that.
No, that's fine. And go right at this next light. And this is where I get lost, Paul. You gotta help me. All right. You guys.
It's just the
I
whole
know.
place.
No, no,
And Donnie was
We're done
always
now,
the
back.
baby. You remember
Yeah,
that?
right.
And
Was he always
and I
fat?
was the little of the three of us.
Chubby? Donnie was thin.
Okay, this is North Dutton. You want to go right
Yeah,
here?
go
Pam?
right here, please.
Dad,
This is where I
Donnie
always
was
get lost,
thin?
so I'm gonna.
Pardon?
Donnie was thin.
Not thin. He was the baby.
He wasn't. Pam said he was thin when he was young.
Well,
no?
there were some young.
See, now Dutton used to stop at Sebastopol Avenue or the one block
I'm looking.
beyond that, so it never went through like this.
Well, we're in West 9th.
I thought you were going to say, look at the size of that truck.
No. Ooh, look at that green truck.
Decker. Now
Left lane.
Decker sounds familiar.
And keep going.
Yeah.
We're gonna go a little bit, and then we're gonna turn left, and that'll be
Yeah.
Hewitt, right?
Correct.
So, kind of look at the street signs. This is
Boys.
8th Street,
8th Street.
North.
Okay.
and is this Hewitt?
There's
No. Keep going.
West 8th.
Trowbridge. No.
Hewitt is an excellent.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Hey.
There we go.
Here it is.
That's
Turn left here.
Okay, now
Yep, left here.
Is this where we're after
About
mom's
3
surgery?
houses down on the
Is
left,
this after
Pam.
mom's surgery? Oh, I should have
yeah,
come in and
okay,
see.
now
Yes.
Good from
Boy, do you
Houses
remember
down
this?
on the left. Hold. Go
Looks
real
like
slow.
our vintage here.
There's going to be a park on your right. You can park right there. It's down
This is-
after this.
This
Oh, I
isn't-
thought
On
it
the
was
left side, right?
you down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep going.
This isn't after mom's surgery.
Forgot about the stop.
Yeah,
Where
exactly.
we went.
okay, the third house down there.
Yep.
Yeah.
The third house,
So
the yellow.
park
Yeah,
wherever
there
you
it
can.
is. The red door.
All right.
You can
Yeah.
park right here if it's easiest,
Or
Mike.
is that like the
Yeah,
main
park
door?
anywhere here. Not by the fire hydrant, Paula.
No, like-
Yeah,
Oh,
now
I didn't
see,
see the fire hydrant.
Isn't it cute now, though?
and that's what this.
And you know, our grandparents lived here for a while, Hank. Do you
Yeah,
remember
right.
that?
Yeah.
And Dad used to go over there and
Oh, gotcha.
cut the chickens' heads off. And
All the time. I mean,
turkeys.
Oh, I remember the first time I saw it. Well, you can see what the front yard. You can see
Yeah.
what the front yard
yeah,
looked like.
yeah.
Oh, that's a picture we got from Grace.
That's
and
right
your
there.
mom when we did that collage. Right?
That's the one we have on
yeah,
the wall.
where
Yeah.
you look like Danny in that one. Exactly. Or Danny looks like you.
He's a lucky kid.
I know, big shoulders. He has some huge shoulders.
You
Patty,
are
grab
very
my water this
cute.
time, so otherwise I'll just grab one out of there.
Sandy,
Here it is.
223.
223.
Yeah, right. See, I didn't hear you. I thought you said 222.
Yeah, it's because you're deep and dumb.
Deep and dirty.
I may be dumb, but I'm not deep.
No.
Grab
I always have to tell him I'm the good-looking brother because he's really the handsome one.
Oh, my knee.
And
Did
he
you see my knee?
and I don't know why he got the growth. You know, I could never have been a cop.
Well, you were bigger than he was.
Yeah. No.
you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah.
I said
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I said no. My shoulders were like this.
Uncle Hank's here and he's here.
Well,
But
see,
Danny has big
Al, I think, always got more food because he was younger, so he grew better.
Okay, there we go.
No, I helped.
Now,
Do we knock on the door? Or?
I'll knock on the door, but we can go right around the back.
I don't understand this. This is,
So
by
this
the
is
way,
the house, huh?
Right here. It didn't look like that.
And this
then.
is where you guys grew up?
yeah.
Yep.
This was
Oh, there's the
main
dogs.
house.
You lived here?
And our grandparents
The
were here
Hopt
for a
family
short
Right here?
lived right over
And then
there, Al.
we never owned anything.
But their
They
house-
always rented. On Santa Rosa Avenue, they rented a place that was
But you can't
block
go-
back, a
this
big
used to
lot,
be
and they
all
raised
open.
vegetables
We
in
could go
front.
back into that old field in the back all the time.
Yes, yes,
And it was like,
yeah. And Grace would make us go to church. Where'd Hank? Hank, you remember we ran in the blackberry vines in the
Yeah.
back? And Grace chased us with a switch, and she hit Billy. She whacked Billy, and Billy took the switch away from her. And then they stopped, and she said, "Well, I guess you're big enough to know right
what I
from
remember,
wrong."
right back in the yard,
Oh,
Dad,
yeah.
Right here in the backyard, Dad had a big tree stump, and I remember him taking a chicken, cutting the head off, and the chicken is running around.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was in the basement here too. It's a dirt base, or it was a dirt basement, and they cut the heads off the chickens.
I don't know
or
how
cooked
long
it.
Grandma and Grandpa Owens lived in this house.
Just a
but
short
not very
while,
long.
not short while. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they moved to Santa Rosa Avenue, I think.
And Grandma used to make bread that I took for sandwiches, and it would always crumble. And I'd be sitting in the classroom during rainy day session, eating like this, my sandwich.
I don't remember that.
They said it could go in the backyard. Yeah. But it was all open before. There weren't any fences.
Remember where we slept? Right here? We slept on the floor here on a mattress, the three older boys. Our little brother, our baby brother, Donnie, slept with the parents, and we slept on a mattress there. Yeah, and this was the only bedroom right here. And my sister had the bedroom. And the mom and dad slept out in the living room, I believe it was called. Well, they blocked all the.
That was a bedroom, and then there was a
But there
kitchen
was
up
a
there.
porch here, a screened-in
A
porch.
screened-in porch, yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Remember we had
And
ducks
this-
one
but
time
this
in
was-
the back
This
porch?
was all open over to Madison Avenue.
Oh yeah, it was all open.
There were
Yeah.
no fences or anything. It was just a big.
And blackberry vines all over here.
Built this up so they had more square
Yeah. We used to have rock fights back here too. And this lot went all the way out. And the Boligs lived over here. And they were pretty industrious, and they built a cellar in the ground. Yeah. Dug the hole and they put boards up inside. Yeah. That was,
Dad, this wasn't here when you were here.
no. No.
So
Yeah,
where
the
did you have the
Boligs-
little
the
outhouse?
Boligs lived
the
over
Boligs
here.
lived over there,
Yeah.
but it was all open.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Blackberry bushes and that. We'd have to go Madison Avenue to see it. Maybe on the way to Lincoln School, but no, it's so different because it's closed in, and you feel because when we were kids, it was like open.
Yeah.
I was telling
When,
Al that right
Grace-
out here, Dad had a big
Oh, I was looking for
stump.
your mom. I said, "Where's
And I
Mom?"
remember him
Oh.
cutting the head off a chicken, and the chicken running around all the place without his head.
I don't know if you heard me before, but Gracie used to make us go to church, and we would run away from her, and she got a switch. I don't know where she got it, but she had a switch, and she hit Billy. You never hit us that I remember, but she hit Billy, and Billy was getting bigger, and he took the switch away from her, and she said, "Well, I guess you're old enough to know right from wrong, so
And no more switch.
you don't want to
She
go."
told me she got a
don't go."
broom, but it was a
And then we
switch.
went, and it wasn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
And they had the Japanese grocery store across from the church.
Oh
the
yeah,
Pentecostal.
Little Japan was right there.
Yeah, and
Yeah, because this was Little Italy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So this fence wasn't here?
I resigned from the church at the age of 6 because I didn't mind them marching around the thing singing, "Bringing in the sheaves," then they'd sing, "Bringing in Chinese, we shall come rejoicing." And then Sister George would get up on the stage and she'd talk in tongue. Have you ever heard
Oh
talk?
dear.
You know,
Oh my word.
enough for me. I'm out of here.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's
So,
a little on the creepy
This
side.
opened all the way up. This fence wasn't here?
No, oh no.
How did you know your perimeter?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't worry about that
Yeah,
then. It was just a field out in back.
All the kids
And this was
played?
all field, and we used to have rock fights over here.
Oh,
Missionaries
jeez.
were always
And,
trying
and one guy brought a
to
BB
convert
gun once, I
Chinese
think. But
Oh, I'm going, what?
yeah, we threw rocks.
Well, I hope you broke his damn BB gun, because that's cheating.
Hey, we had out as you go out toward Madison Avenue through the backyard.
I'll get out.
There was a pit that you could hide in. We had it covered. I don't know if Al ever used it, but it's where you could hide, and underground.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh, fun. We used to do that, Dad, over when you first bought the house on Cordilleras. And we'd play King of the Hill. Remember, none of that was developed out there. And we'd have pits and we'd hide. And the guys would come and whack and get him in the knees and knock him down. Oh, that was fun.
Chip off the old block.
Yeah, I guess so.
We could have been hiding from Stefani when he came after we were stealing his
Oh,
cherry trees on the tree.
We're lucky he didn't beat the hell out of us.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot different though.
So how many years were you here, Al?
A lot of years.
You know, I'm not sure. I maybe 10.
From like age what to what? For you.
I was born on Maple Street,
Grandma Adams,
and the next house I remember is this. But 6, 7, 8. I was still in 6th grade at Lincoln. So whatever age you are at 6th
You're
grade,
about 12.
12, that old, maybe. Well, but that was about it.
And the back looks the same here, pretty much?
No, this was just a screened-in door, and in those days you could buy ducks at the carnival and stuff like that, and they just messed all over the floor in the back. We finally got rid of them. But my dad, they had a block out here somewhere, a tree stump, and then he had a stump in the basement of our grandparents' house, and he'd cut the heads off the chickens or turkeys there. Yeah, yeah. But didn't have much. And the stove, we had a wood stove, which is not unusual for that time. But they'd had down below here, they had other homes. And there were some nice homes in there, in that area. And here too, but this was a one-bedroom house. One bedroom. And they had an Indian family that lived down a few houses. And they told me, he said, "I'm going to get your sister." And it just scared the hell out of me. They said they're going to get you. They're going to climb in the back window or something. But Grace wasn't anybody to fool with. She would have taken care of them.
So did you tell him where you guys slept and everything?
Yeah, he did in the front.
Yeah.
And Grace had the room, is that right?
Grace had the room, yeah.
Not your mom and dad, but Grace.
No, and Donnie, the baby, slept with my parents. He was, I don't know how big he was. But,
Okay.
and Bill and Hank and I slept on the floor on a mattress in the living room.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we slept.
Meat grinded up in the grinder, but also
Where'd your mom and dad sleep?
They slept on the other part of the living room in a bed. There was a bed there.
Okay.
And Donnie was with them.
Remember, there was a wire coming out here
For the radio.
from the radio.
For the
and
radio.
there was a bigger tree here
I don't
because you had to have
remember.
an antenna on the radio.
Yeah, it would come out, and there was a pot-bellied stove in the middle.
Yeah, pot-bellied stove right in the middle,
Yeah.
and a scrub pot for bathing. We never had a shower or a bath.
No.
There was this.
Hi, it's okay.
And a lot of kids were burnt. Their faces were burnt from these stoves. Because they would be in the living room, you know, and when we delivered papers, a lot of the houses just had a pot-bellied stove.
There we
For their
probably
heat,
were exposed
you
to
know.
carbon monoxide.
Yeah. Could have been, I don't know.
In fact, the next time I saw one of those stoves was in an army tent on the Italian border.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, pot-bellied stove in the middle of the squad tent.
What is that, Alex?
What's that?
That.
Since we're
This
in
is
the
like
area,
that or
are we
that?
going to drive by
That.
Lincoln School next?
I think it's where they plug this in.
Oh, plug it in, okay.
I'm not sure.
Now
we're in
this
the
is
area,
where
we're gonna
your
drive by Lincoln
grandmother lived
School
for
next, or-
temporarily, right
We
here.
looked
Right.
all over. We couldn't find Lincoln School.
Pam would let me go to the
yeah,
door.
Lincoln
I thought
Yeah.
John knew where.
We go,
Remember, Pam?
This way or this way?
You wouldn't let me go to the door of this lady, and he said she's really nice, and she's.
Well, you can film in front of it.
Where was the Indian house, Hank? Down this way, the Indian house.
John in the door of the car.
yeah, the
This
Indian
year,
house is
name
there.
water with John on the
Oh, it isn't.
no, it
Huh.
was sitting back more. It was over there. But there's no way through to our lot that we went back to.
No, no. I don't think there's a lot there. I
But the
think they got
hops lived right there.
over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, see, it's been the house and everything. 'Cause the house set back. I don't think that doesn't.
This is, I think it was down further.
Oh, it could be, yeah, where it's torn out.
Yeah.
So. But
What?
yeah, but the Hopt brothers, there was one, Julian, that was Grace's age, and then Norman Hopt was my age. He's the kid who beat the crap out of me.
Well,
You gotta picture this. This here, I'm about this tall, and the average kid of my age is about that tall, and I'm there scrapping. Say, you know, we had this kid, the bully in town. Its name I think was Bob Nelson, I think. And he's, you know, a little taller than me. I learned a lesson from this. This is a lesson in life. I said, when you see me coming, you cross the street. You walk on the opposite side. I had him totally fooled.
Oh.
And then I had to show the kids by the bus station
So the bully
what a
never
big
got
guy
you.
I was. So I went over, you know, when you do this, that's what you
shove him
did
a
when you
little
were a
bit?
kid. He beat the living hell out of me, 2 black eyes. I learned a lesson there. The lesson was, once you got the bluff,
the
once you
lesson
got
was
the
to get a
bluff,
smaller guy than you.
once you got the bluff, stick with
Keep
it,
it.
back away. Just
Keep it.
use your smarts to continue
That's
the bluff.
exactly right.
Grace-
Your brain, not your fit, not your brawn.
Grace said your mouth got you in trouble, Uncle Hank, a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
Every once in a while, I got the hell
John, we're
beat out
gonna go
of me.
down here and go to the.
Because he just got
you'll
his
see the
mouth always
store
got
and the
him in
bakery
trouble.
there. And I'm gonna-
and
yeah.
leave the car here.
Yeah, and
Oh, we're
I'll
gonna
have
walk?
Mike pick you up. Yeah.
Dad, is this the house where the CB, the house with all the CB antennas was?
Yeah, we had rats here during my time too. Look at
By
that.
those tracks.
Oh, it is, Sam. The house with the antennas is by the tracks, he said. But that's the house you knew of.
We're going to walk to the right to Stefani Lamoni's.
Well, we want to go to the left when we go to Lincoln School.
Oh yeah, yeah, right. I know where that's at.
Sam.
Turn left here and then right. Yeah. the round barn first.
Is it short?
The Lincoln
far
is
is
one
it?
block. Hook a right and go past the tracks.
So we want to go to the round barn first, Pam.
Okay, let's
Oh
go.
yeah, the round barn's on the way.
Yeah, right.
Perfect. Okay, we're gonna go there.
And the
now.
ice
We go
house, we
right
used to
to
get the
Bonnie's,
ice.
Market.
Boy, oh boy.
Did Pam guarantee you a ride? She didn't say anything about walking.
I can handle a little walk.
Now, we never went down to that
No,
street,
there
the
was-
dead end.
That was a dead end.
Dead
and it
end,
wasn't- There were a couple of houses down there, not too many.
No, yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Al,
Yeah,
Stefani owned that house. That's where he lived.
yeah, right, Stefani.
Yeah. I don't know where one was.
Remember the gas pump that was here?
Yes, the gas pump,
Yeah, they fill it up
it's
to the...
gone.
We thought all these houses were rich houses here compared to us, yeah.
Yeah, the gas pump was right. Well, I think this,
Gas pump was right.
yeah.
Right
Where you
about
had
here.
you pumped it up and it
Filled the
filled up,
glass, yeah.
and then gravity brought it down
That's right. Now they got the other
for 13 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
That was the bakery across the street. Yeah, it still is Franco-American.
Franco-American, yeah, the son's there.
Oh, did
Now,
you do the ravioli
this,
place? You let you film there in the back where they make them?
Dad used to charge the groceries here, you know, and
Because the guy-
Stefani Lamuni had a
the
book,
original owner was there, this-
not just for us, for everybody, and they just write a note what you owed, you know. And when you got your check, he made $7 a week for, with the WPA. Oh, this is where the cherry tree was. Right there. Right there, Hank.
I don't remember the stairs.
I don't either.
I think that's new. There were
Yeah,
no,
they had a cherry tree right here, and Stefani put the barbed wire around it because they were taking his cherries, and I was the littlest guy, and whoever was there, I don't know.
You
Hank was
stand
there,
on the shoulders
and it stood on the shoulders picking the cherries, and Stefani came out with his cane, and we took off. And he caught us down at the restaurant at Dottie's. It was, I don't know whether Michelle's now, I think, or something. But
now.
he chased us down with his cane, and then the cops' car came, and they picked us up. Yeah.
For
They
taking
called
cherries off the
cops in.
trees.
Yeah. They got us.
Actually, cops were pretty good in those days because they didn't arrest you, they took you home.
Well, they took us to jail a couple of times. I remember the time
I was in
that
jail.
we had cigarettes. And Dutch Floor came back in, and they had a big table in there in their police stations. And you said, "Where are my cigarettes?" And he said, "Hank, I gave them to the prisoners."
Yeah, Dutch Floor was about 6'6".
Oh God, yeah.
And he was
He was police chief when I was a kid.
yeah, he was raised
Yeah.
in Healdsburg, and then
And he went to the FBI Academy. I remember that.
Yeah.
He was a professional. But Dutch would look down at me and say, "Henry?" I'd say, "Yes, Chief." And he'd
Yeah.
say,
you got more guts than brains.
you got to take those gloves back and apologize to the manager at J.C. Penney. Yes,
You remember
Chief."
they picked us up at the Roxy Theater? They threw us out,
so
and
many
we got
times.
cardboard, and we put unfair, and they picked us up. You remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, we had signs, we had crayons or something, and made signs unfair. And we didn't like the manager at the Roxy Theater anyway. Cal manager was a pretty good guy, but the Roxy manager,
Well, I'll have to tell you, the Roxy Theater. The Roxy Theater's no longer there, but when I was about 12, they had a midnight show, and upstairs in the balcony at the Roxy, they had actual wicker chairs, a few of them, plus the balcony things. And my friends snuck me in through a side door, and I'm under a chair to see a movie with Hedy Lamarr called can't remember. It was her first naked movie, but it wasn't. You couldn't call it pornographic. She's about, 50 feet inward there in the movie, and it's
I gotta
dark.
go over here. You finish that.
Oh.
Finish the story.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but anyway, they caught me and threw me out.
Now, was this called
Ecstasy. This was Stefani and Lamoni's market.
Stefani and Lamoni.
Yeah.
Now La Chatita.
That was there back then?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
You get a loaf. You get a loaf of.
That's a Bastoni right there.
You get a loaf of this fresh Italian bread, and then butter, and that was all.
That's a
take a whole meal.
I had a Bastoni clean my teeth.
A lot of history.
Oh, yeah. Bastoni's Oldest Bakery.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they've been down here. My grandfather was the first one born in 1908, and he was born on 6th Street. Mario.
See, now down here,
There was another bakery.
down at the corner,
I think
you
French
hook a
Western.
right.
There's a
There
few
used to
blocks
be
down that way. It's no longer
a
there.
dead
And
end
that's where
into
the
Santa Rosa
people
Creek, and there
they
was
go
a
in
beach.
whatever's on the floor they can have. And down
No
the
way.
floor
It was like a necking nook.
I bet it was.
Yeah. I don't know what it looks like now, but at the end of that street is, you go down and the creek was there, and there was a kind of a, we call it beach. The fact you could swim in a place that had, Santa Rosa Creek was not a clean.
No.
But it was a nice recreational place. We used to walk up and down it there all the way to the hop yards.
I used to buy potatoes here at Stefani Lamoni, cover them with mud, and build a fire down on the creek, stick them in, and had a pocket knife, and you'd waste about 90% of the potato hitting
You
stuff
scoop
that
out
didn't
the
have the
middle?
mud on it. Yeah.
Well, it's amazing the things we used to. Bruce and I would over on West Third, near Irene's, the creek that's there.
Oh yeah, I remember
we'd
Irene.
buy a chicken at that place on Wilson Street and go and make a spit and cook the chicken there. That chicken cost, I think, 50 cents then, and maybe 25 cents. I'm not sure. All dressed. Yeah, and this is the park at the corner.
At the
where
corner
Don
where
broke
Danny-
Donald
Donnie,
broke his arm.
Right.
And is the park there?
The park's still there.
He went off the slide.
DeMayo donated a bunch of money. Now it's DeMayo Park.
Oh. Yeah, our youngest brother broke his arm there on a slide, and being poor, nobody ever fixed it.
Well, they went to the county hospital and they said it wrong.
Yeah,
But
and
that's-
so his elbow, in fact.
Oh yeah.
When I came back from overseas in the 40s, his elbow was exposed. I took him to a
Oh, I
doctor.
didn't know
Didn't cost. Yeah, and they grafted skin over it.
Oh, I was unaware of that.
Yeah, saved his arm.
Over here, this was the rich part of the neighborhood.
Is that where it was?
Right
That
here.
was the rich
Yeah.
part?
Yep.
Well, everybody was rich compared to us, for God's sakes. It's
And the bakery was open in the back.
You
and
wanna-
they
you
left
wanna
the
talk
door
about
open
rich?
for most of the time.
We're going to go to Lincoln. We're going to go to Lincoln School next, but rich to me was the little girl whose dad worked for the city sewer department, who had a Model A Ford city car, would drop her off, and I said, these people are, rich people getting dropped off with a car. So my friend Bruce Cameron, that I grew up with from kindergarten, said that, and we lived over, first of all, at the other side of town. There was a school with 2 grades in it, kindergarten and 2 grades. I can't even remember the name of the school. I think the building's still there. But Bruce Cameron said he thought he was poor until he saw the Adamses.
Oh, you're right. I was going to ask you something, and my memory is about that long. Did you know the Olmoses, OLMOS? They had the newspaper agency. I don't know your age, and I don't want to ask her anyway. But and Lena
Lena
was a
Lena was
Bastoni.
a Bastoni.
Yeah, and she was married to Nate Olmos.
No, Lena
No, Lena, not Lena
Emma.
from the
Yeah.
restaurant. Oh,
No,
Lena.
no, no,
Oh,
not
yeah.
Lena.
Oh, yeah, no.
No,
That,
no, no.
And
Yeah,
they called
Lena.
her Lee. Nate called her Lee. Her name was Lena,
Yes.
and her sister was married
Della
to the
Fabiano.
Fabiano,
Della Fabiano.
and then Sims. Billy Sims was the son of Sims married a Bastoni girl.
I
Sister.
don't know which one the Sims was. Because there was Emma Piccolo. I know. You remember Emma? That was their other sister.
No, I don't.
Because there was Frank,
Yeah,
Mario,
yeah.
Lena, Della, Emma. And
She was married to Sims, and Billy Sims became the manager for when Blue Seal Bread came out.
okay.
You remember that, Billy? But Sims was a driver for Franco American.
Okay, that was before my
brother-in-law.
time.
Before your time.
Before my time.
Yeah, yeah. Nice to be young, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
And what
a
was
lot
your
of
last
more-
name?
Adams.
Adams. Okay.
I'm Aldous Hank.
Nice to meet you.
Don't forget the Moretti.
Anyway, well, it's interesting.
That's the town.
Oh yeah.
What is the bakery that was down
Yeah,
the other
that's,
corner? Is that still
I
there?
don't know whether it's your dad, the National Bakery, I think they called it.
Oh, where the
On the
brick
left
building
side.
It's across the street and
On the
down
left
one
side,
block
one
down
block.
or so, I think.
on Wilson?
No,
Is it
no,
on Wilson?
Well,
No.
remember,
Okay.
there
it was
used to
right,
be
right here,
Yeah.
a block down.
there used to be an
I know the
off,
one you're thinking of.
Okay.
there used
Yeah.
to be an off the rack type Catholic church there. It wasn't a regular Catholic church. There was a little church.
Well, there
about,
is still a little church right down there.
Is it?
Right before Western Farm.
Yeah, it was a Catholic church, but it wasn't like part of the main. I don't think the Pope liked it or something. It was a weird.
Never know.
Yeah, so different. But anyway, the bakery is that bakery still there or gone?
That's my dad.
I think it's gone, Hank. It was on the
And they
next
were
corner,
stories about
on the left.
Yeah, right around the corner.
And we used to stop there, if you recall,
Pretty poor. I think
and take bread, they'd give us the
You know what I
bread
mean?
that was
Little,
laying
I don't know that,
around
but
on
they
the
used to
floor.
talk
And
about
Benny
playing-
Kaza, you remember Benny
Oh
Kaza?
yeah, Benny Kaza.
He's
That,
down that street when you make a dog leg
yeah,
there.
right.
And
Yeah.
Benny Kaza with the snow cones, 5
Yeah,
cents.
he played the sax in the.
Benny Kaza.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I finally figured out what that meant? Actually, his name was Benin Kaza. It means good in home.
It's just awesome.
Busy Kaza.
That's Hewitt
Uh,
Street. That's the one. Well, it's nice to meet. Was it that your
Gee,
dad?
who's that?
Yeah, Chris-
Who's that cute little guy in the corner?
With all the.
No, in the
Blonde hair? Here.
in the center there.
Oh, I wonder who that is.
What?
This is cute. God, I love that.
And someone cleaned
Hey, from that age, up to that age, and before I could date girls,
Yeah.
I was cute. Then suddenly I stopped.
But he knew where
being
Lenore's
cute.
house of
But it was
cute
okay to
was.
be cute at that size.
was.
So, Kristen, thanks a bunch. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I wish your dad had been here
Thanks
again
a
too.
lot.
I know he just left.
Oh, you're
Your dad?
kidding me.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Page him. No, I'm
Got
kidding.
it. Okay, well, shoot.
Tell her to come back.
Next time.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for everything.
You bet. Thank you.
To get out to M. Wally
And the
now,
school's to the left.
Wally Garden,
Yeah.
that's at the end of 3rd Street still?
Yeah. Still there on 3rd.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
fun.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Uncle Hank, when you go to the round barn, are you guys okay? Do you need to eat or? Okay.
Yeah, that's our like
Round
two
barn
stops.
and then Lincoln
Two
School.
stops away.
Okay.
We have to go back. This
We'll go
way.
to the round barn and then you guys can direct us to the school. We couldn't find
We
the
could.
darn
They
thing.
drove
We left
around.
over.
I can't
Okay,
even
let's
tell
hop
you.
in.
Oh, it's easy.
Oh,
I
it's
used
easy
to
to get-
fight my way
gotta
to
get in
school.
first.
It's 1 block from Wilson.
Hop in there.
I want to see if Hank can tell you the story he told us. I thought he was kidding.
What?
About bringing in the sheep.
Bringing in the sheaves.
Oh, bringing in the Chinese.
Sheaves, that's sweet.
Sheep. I say sheep.
Oh.
But remember you said bringing, I know, but remember you said the Chinese.
Yeah, well, that's
Mike,
what they would
listen.
say because
Mike, listen.
these people, Pentecostals and others, were always recruiting the Chinese to convert from. So they would go march around the thing and sing, bringing in the sheaves, we shall come rejoice. And then they changed it to bringing in Chinese. But I'll tell you, it was the talking in tongue that scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, just slow
Hank will hit the round barn and then you can direct us. Yes, please.
Left
Okay.
and then right.
Round barn's right down
Patty,
here.
you recognize this
Oh, you
place?
know where the round barn is, huh?
Kind of, yeah.
Patty.
We drove
Oh,
all
God,
around.
that's
back.
Mike's
Right turn.
apartment right there.
That was my apartment right there.
The good old
Oh,
days.
my God.
Right turn.
Ew, it's disgusting.
That's when I went to junior college
Then
for
came
3
Danny.
months.
Your college career.
And then I go pick him up. Dad's Dodge
Oh,
Colt.
the little
They
church
bring him
is
back
still
home
there.
on the weekend.
Where? That's a church?
No, it isn't.
Yeah, Greater Powerhouse Church of
Looks
God.
like
Yeah,
a
but it was a
house
Catholic
And go left here.
Kathy Cummings just said.
church. It's Wilson Street, right? Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
We're only a block from Lincoln School.
Oh, good.
We're right
okay.
on target. Yeah.
There's the tracks.
So left here.
So you literally lived on the other side of the tracks.
Oh yeah.
Literally, yeah.
Dad did thumbs up the
Remember
whole
this,
time, didn't even know
Hank?
it.
You know what that is? Was?
That's a yoga studio.
Morney's Market.
Oh yeah, and the La Rose Hotel is down there.
Yes,
Right.
and it's very upscale.
Really? It was a dump when I was a kid.
Oh, it is upscale, baby. Okay, left turn.
Are you sure?
Says
Says
detour.
detour.
man.
Okay, let's.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll have
just,
to go
just
straight
for your
then.
information, Lincoln School's right there.
Where?
See that building? See that?
Well, let's
No,
park.
that's the
Let's park and
Catholic
walk.
school. He's
Huh?
pointing at the Catholic
Let's park
school.
and walk then.
But wait a minute, that's the Catholic,
Catholic
school.
school's
Hank.
way up there on the
This
right.
used to be the
Oh, I
Mead.
thought it was that one down that
This
street
used to
right
be
there.
the Mead
Oh.
Clark Lumber Company.
Oh my God.
Then it was Yeager and Kirk.
And then Keegan
I'm going
and
to turn
Company.
around,
Oh,
Pam,
okay.
and go back.
Alrighty.
Or you can park at the school. Polly, dude, I'm still in high school, dude.
No, the school that you're
Right.
thinking of is way up there. So I think he's thinking the little. Uncle Hank, is it a little one or is it a giant place?
What?
Oh! Ow!
Hands up, Sandy.
Ah,
Yeah.
Can you hit that on the way out?
Yeah, I know.
glad to.
Yeah, what do you expect from a guy driving with a
Brushed your
suspended
doors.
license?
Is that good or bad? Well, it's not Raiders.
I didn't
When
know
got in
Patty
the
told you.
When I got in the car, I told him, I
Yeah.
said, I don't want to alarm you, but I've got a suspended
Oh,
license
nice Hannah. I'm kidding. What?
and 4 DUIs.
What? No. John's the one up front.
Yeah, one block up is Lincoln, or was
Who
Lincoln
is this
School.
family?
I'm putting that on YouTube, Mike.
Oh, John knows.
Clip about Mike.
So
But
where do you
make
think
sure
it
you
is,
put
Uncle
Oh,
Hank?
yeah, left
and
right
sets.
here.
Put bricks
Yeah.
and
Now,
sets.
what you have to understand is when you went to Lincoln School, you learned to fight because you fight your way to school.
Yeah.
You fought on the school grounds,
There
Fought
it
your
is.
way home.
and
Really? This?
see, they took over the school grounds, made a parking lot out of the playground.
What, man? We were way off.
Now,
We used to play speedball back there
now I don't know if Al remembers this or if they had the same, but when
at
I
a grocery
graduated,
store here.
yeah, they always had corner market. Lincoln School, they had a little right here on the corner. They had
They
a
have Charlie Brown in front.
the auditorium was right here on.
On this end, right
Yeah.
here. I think it's a theater now, isn't it?
Yeah, the auditorium was right here on this side of the
Right here.
building. Now, I got to listen to this because it's very
Oh, she's
important.
saying stop.
I graduated, the first time I ever graduated from anything was Lincoln School, 6th grade. And we marched across the stage and sang,
Must be a practice.
"Goodbye, Lincoln, goodbye, Lincoln, goodbye, Lincoln, we're going to junior high, merrily we roll along." I remember every word of it, gee.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to get out and
This
film
was
here
a
or no?
no, it's okay. This was a field, a dirt field,
Yeah,
and we played speedball.
yeah. And
What is
if
speedball?
you fell down
It's
here,
kind of
you-
like a modified
skins your
soccer. You
knees.
do anything you want to. You can hit it with your hand and feet.
It's not like hitting
And then if you get mad, you can tackle somebody.
But
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
of the
Okay,
three
left turn.
Left or right?
Left.
of the three grammar schools, the Lincoln,
You're
Right.
gonna get nailed with that.
Lincoln, Fremont, and Burbank.
I'm
Lincoln
saying
Lincoln
colors.
was the toughest school.
Well,
And
forget
the
the rail
forest.
barns for now. Let's just go down to
And Mrs. Opland, the principal,
now,
is a
see
great
where the
gal.
railroad tracks are there?
Yeah,
When I was going home from school, I would dig up tar and make chewing gum out of it.
I've done that too, right
I
here.
have to go pee in the bar for a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Do you mind?
Not at all.
Okay, keep going
Keep
straight.
going straight?
Yep.
Hey, Mike, can you turn the air conditioning on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
she's
he
sitting
knows
back there
how,
with
he's got
Paula.
figured-
There's no air
Oh.
back here.
Oh, I can't stand no air.
Let's see.
So we're gonna go to Aroma
That-
Roasters
I
and walk
have to-
around
I do too.
even on a plane,
downtown.
turn it on me.
And here's the parking lot.
What about the round bar?
The parking lot.
We'll
in
go
my
back to
face.
that. I think we missed it.
Go
We'll
back.
Mike, you can get
yeah.
into the
Let's-
parking lot right by that yellow thing
Where
on
am
the
I-
street there, right
What am I
to your
doing?
right.
Where am I going?
We're gonna park anywhere down there. There's a big parking lot to
that-
the
Or
right.
if you can get in this parking lot, we don't have to pay.
Thank you.
Is that better there, Sandy?
That's better.
Is it cold though?
Right there. You want to get in here.
It's not
No.
real cold,
No,
but
you
it's
gotta.
air.
They're picky. If you don't go in,
Now, you see,
Yeah,
you
they'll
see,
mail you.
Well,
you
that's
s-
the free.
you see
part.
this lawn in front of the railroad station?
Yeah.
Back in the Depression, the hobos
Still
would be
is.
camped out there. It would be loaded with
Hobos is the face.
Yeah,
with
hobos.
pack
Still is.
rolls.
Oh, look, Jamie's here.
And if you went a little bit out of town here, a little
Oh,
bit
I can't
beyond
even
the
touch
station,
my
you
daughter.
could
It
hop
looks
a
like her
freight
car.
train,
No, I was
ride to Petaluma.
Where they used to wait.
We went back from home.
Yes.
Well.
Yes.
Look at the people
Yes,
here
indeed.
laughing at you, not with you. Oh, there's a van like ours, Mom.
So, Paul, you want to take him to the
Where
train
did the
station
fruit
and
come
start
from?
there?
You know, we got the
Yeah,
ice,
we'll work our way
but
over.
where did they bring the
Exactly.
fruit in from?
Well, I'm going to get some.
It was going in
money
this
for this.
direction.
And if you guys want to.
You know, they don't have any
Oh, I
change
got
for
some,
parking.
yeah,
Oh,
I've got
I
some
wonder.
change.
No, no, I
I
think
do
we
take
can use
$8.
a
$8?
$1. We do credit card.
This was the old Railway Express.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, they had the big wagons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Rose Hotel, you said it used to be a dump. It's
Oh yeah,
very
it was a
expensive.
dump in our day.
Oh, this one is? Hotel La Rose. La Rose.
And you say it's a fashionable.
Oh, just.
Yes,
slide
old
it.
things are fashionable. I'm going to become
Yes.
fashionable in probably 4 years because I'll be 90, and then
my
I can
God.
say, well, I can say anything. I want.
You can tell people where to put it that age. I can't believe it. Well, you and Dad got good genes.
Yes, they did.
They done got some good genes.
Very blessed.
So what do I do now?
Sandy,
It'll spit out a.
Sandy is the source of my using the line.
It's not a redwood.
No, but it was there.
Do you know what that tree is? I've never seen a tree like that.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, the big
Yeah,
tall
that's.
one.
I think that's a banyan tree.
Banyan?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty sure. They got one down in Courthouse Square. They're pretty unusual.
Is a
Not
pretty
positive,
tree.
Wow.
And Uncle Hank, they've got a bunch of homeless here usually, not now, but usually there are 5 or 6 people.
Where'd Paula go?
5 or 6.
Remember
Did
the
we do
Shadow of a
something
Doubt?
on the
Oh, yeah.
on the,
They filmed part
Yeah.
of it.
I own that.
You did.
I own it. It's the movie. Yeah.
Oh, you
I
do?
got the restored
Yeah.
version. Because that's my neighborhood. You know, I grew up a block away from McDonald's.
From McDonald, yeah. They,
occasionally, just for fun, with hop freight train, you jump on.
Teresa Wright was having
Nowhere to put
a scene in front of Giumetti's on 3rd Street, and I was selling newspapers, and or delivering newspapers then, and she was beautiful, you know, and she had her seat there and whatnot. Beautiful lady. Do you remember this as Skids Row as a kid, or was it gone then?
Yeah, you're talking about the lawn here and how.
Yeah, and across the street was the barn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
This was all Skids Row, but that corner there was a bar, and the La Rose Hotel down here,
Mhm.
and And I was told as a kid the reason they had Skids Row is they picked the fruit down the same way as the school kids picked the fruit, and they would delay the opening of the school because of agriculture. And sometimes school would start 2 or 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
So you could pick the fruit.
Right.
And then other people came in at times to pick it. But anyway, but they had the Skids Row so the guys got drunk and they didn't have any more money. So they were pickers too, and that's where they went out to make their money.
You sure you're okay, Dad?
Okay. Do I look bad?
No, you look like you're slowing down a little bit. Made me nervous. Mom would kill me if something happened to you.
No, I'm fine. I wish Mom was here. I miss him.
Yeah. Hi, Karen, this is my dad, Al. He's Hank's brother.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
They used to hop the trains and stuff around here, and we're gonna look around a little bit.
Okay, well, we have a little museum in the back, and the staff, not the volunteers, are in the back room. So if you need actual staff person, I can go grab somebody.
And we checked with him before, and
at the Railway Express.
Railway Express.
Those big baggy bags.
Yeah.
And
This is where Grandpa Bob was, right?
one of the
Yeah, over there. Where the restaurant
where
is.
we're gonna go get
Yeah.
a coffee, yeah.
some of Dad's friends was an engineer from the Zanellini family.
Who's this
I don't
family?
know that.
Who's this? Can anybody see that behind me?
Eventually we'll go to Mark's where the ferry is.
1930s. It's in the 30s. Are you in that picture? See it?
Probably not.
I don't see those Railway Express wagons.
They have one out front, I think.
These kids have to
The
be
big
Dad's
heavy one?
age.
I didn't see it.
Well, I have one story of this station.
Yeah?
When the Japanese were being carted away through here, they had a train load of them going to Oregon to the relocation camps.
Right.
And I don't know why, you know I'm a conservative, not a liberal.
Yeah, yeah.
I went around half of Santa Rosa, stole all the press Democrats that were on lawns, brought them to the train and handed them out to the Japanese that were being transported to Oregon. I don't know why I did that.
Well, that's just being a human. That's not being
Because-
political persuasion, I
But
think.
anyway, it's one of the things, I remember this train was parked here,
Yeah.
and I guess they were picking up more to take to because I don't know, somewhere in Oregon they had a relocation camp. And, but that's one of the memories I have of this station that pretty weird.
Well, I was going to ask Sugiyama, but I felt it wasn't really my place if their parents had been incarcerated in a relocation camp. But just as I said,
So this actually did it annually? No? This?
But anyway, it was easy once in a while just to play,
Looks like it,
get
huh?
a little bit out of the area here when the train was going slower, and you could hop the freight, get on the boxcar and ride it away. I never took long trips on it. It was sort of a thrill to
Now,
hop.
where did you get the ice? Is this where you guys?
No, the ice is down where we were by Lincoln School.
Oh, okay,
If
okay.
you were to leave it and go across the tracks, that's where they were.
So tell me
But I
about
don't
that.
know where the
What did
fruit came from. It came from the north, but I don't know where it came from.
What's that?
The fruit.
Oh,
Remember, we used to get the ice and it would fall off. We had our wagon and we're lucky the damn thing didn't hit us. But that's where we got our ice.
Wasn't Al Capone at Lena's too? Here's the thing on Al Capone.
No, it was gangsters in back of Michelle's, which is Catati's, and they killed, I believe, 2 or 3 sheriff's deputies. And my dad was working on the tannery, at the tannery on 2nd Street, and 2nd would go down and then dog leg into McDonald Avenue. And they drug them with their cars by there, and then they hung him right at the end of McDonald where the cemetery is. Yeah, but they were gangsters, but it wasn't Al Capone, but it was.
Because here's what they all do. I thought he came, I
They
thought he was
lynched
known
him.
to go to Lena's. I thought he'd been in the coffee shop.
They never called me.
No, they put Al Capone in Alcatraz.
For taxes.
She played ball.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
what
only
they
way
got
they
on
could get paid.
And I was
Yeah, sang
going
at my
over
house.
and
We had
filming Al
she
Capone.
did a concert at our house for Kathy
very
Scorpion.
old.
Yeah, the owner of the coffee shop. I'm gonna go in and just ask. I'm sure they'll say no. She's not there until Tuesday, which doesn't lose
Oh,
anything now. Where's the
God,
park?
1947.
The big park?
So is that long ago? Because they said they think that the
47, 48, sometime in there, yeah.
well, they think the guards were part of that, is what it was. They were
Oh,
getting money from it
deal?
or something.
Yeah.
It's actually cute. I like it.
Mike likes the beer.
Pink
Mike likes the
railroad
beer.
hat. I would.
It's going to be, this is part of the SMART train, this is the Marin Area Rapid Transit. And so it's going to go from downtown San Rafael and make a stop along the way, like Petaluma, Cotamati, Santa Rosa, up to the airport, and I think eventually up to Windsor, eventually up to Ukiah.
So there's no Amtrak or something like that
No,
here anymore?
not through here anymore.
I mean, anymore, there was no.
I mean, there never was an Amtrak there, but
There
the
never
passenger
was.
trains.
Well, I was telling you this.
Yeah.
Because this used to be sort of main rail.
Right, because my mom was born and raised in Petaluma, and she went to Berkeley, and she used to be able to go from home down to Berkeley on the train, because you go the train and then the ferry and then the train.
And I don't know where it went. We used to hop the freight thing once in a while for just a short trip, but I was telling them, there was a train I remember is when the relocation camps for the Japanese. There was a long train parked where they were going to Oregon, so this was a Maine type, at least Maine, I guess, to go.
We have a kind of interesting book that we just got that talks about this area.
And I said, oh, I don't think you're a nerd. She already pointed it out. It was a restaurant.
Yeah, right. And at the corner was Gaddafi.
When I moved here, that's
So mainly what you did here is you sold papers
Yeah.
to the folks getting on the train.
No, not getting on the train. We could go into any bar in town or restaurants. You know, they would let us, and we were good. We mess around. We just went in there to make a sale. But we rarely came down here. You know, over here. We went down Wilson Street and 4th, and the Salvation Army had a store, and they fried hamburgers there, like old Slim's hamburgers. Well, it was 5 cents for a hamburger in there, and we'd stop and get a hamburger for 5 cents. Their store was on the north side of 4th, on this last block. And then they had the Strand Theater that they closed, or was it Empire? Strand. And they closed that and made it a boxing ring. And we'd smoke cigarettes in there. We'd go up in the projection booth and whatnot. And Hank and I were there, and somebody else. And we had a rope to escape if the police cops came. And we'd climb up, and get the heck out of there. And we had good times. We never did anything really bad that I know of, that I could remember. I probably wouldn't want to remember it. But we had a lot of good times, and we used to get bottles and sell them. The grocery stores would give you a nickel for a big quart bottle of beer, an empty bottle. And we'd find those in the creek and laying around the street and gutters and whatnot. So but we had good times as kids. like I said, they could have been better, but we had good times.
You were pretty industrious, no doubt about that.
Yeah, we did a lot.
Skid Row, remember?
Skid Row.
Skid Row was at the end here.
On this side?
Right here on the corner.
Oh, really?
And when we were shining shoes,
Pretty much, yeah.
we never went this far, except when we were really hard up for a dime or so and weren't making it. We'd go as far as the bar on Wilson Street, but these people weren't buying shine.
Oh, of
even
course
for a
not.
nickel or a dime.
Of course not. So that's funny because now this has got all the real
Seventies is right
expensive
here.
restaurants down here and the antique stores and.
Yeah, the foo-foo stuff.
Yes. So Pam, are we going to get a coffee first and then go, or do you want to go somewhere and sit and grab a bite?
I don't have any stories really about this. Dad, do you have anything about the Railway Express?
That building?
No.
Stop this so I can put this in there.
Getting a lot of visual
Oh, that's
I have
stimulation in the last couple of days.
Now, how old?
Maybe somebody out
Well,
here.
about 6 weeks. I mean,
See, that's like an organ, this place is Stephanie. It's a huge, big old, it's not a barn, but it's like a barn. It's gorgeous.
So what's the history of this place for you guys?
It was a county yard where they stocked the vehicles, and also they gave out bread twice a week.
So you came over here and got free
My
bread.
dad, 2 loaves of bread twice a week.
Fresh or day old? Was it?
Oh no,
leftovers?
it
But they
tasted
also
good to
had
me.
Yeah.
The old days horses, I think, in there.
Yeah. This is good. Wait, your picture's missing. Oh, right here, Uncle Hank. See the horses?
So, John, why is this round? Do you know? And why is it just a design, or
It's
was it
unusual. I think it's just.
Because of vehicles, you think?
No, it's
No.
just
I was
out of
reading
horses.
there was only like 8 of these built in California historically.
Really?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know why it's a different style.
His largest winery was located in the red building across from the Turk Brown barn.
Oh.
He was a vineyard owner.
1,200
So that
100
must be what
acres
those
of Los
buildings are.
Gilligas.
Why?
bet you're
40
right.
acres.
By Los Gilligas.
Oh my gosh.
What is now Los Gilligas, they call it the school, but his name must, the Gilligas Rancho.
These places
now
look
it's a-
nice, clean, and
Yeah, they really fixed them up.
I thought
Looks
they were
really
rebuilt.
good.
They look like they were newly built, kind of, no?
yeah, I think
Were these here when you used to come? No.
That's what I recall. Do you? No, I don't think so. No, this is something new.
Oops, sorry. A detention center.
Squeezing by you.
Pam, from here,
Yeah.
we go.
You
Downtown.
probably don't remember,
No,
Al,
we're
that
just going to drive past
Dad,
the children.
so the horses remind me.
Yeah.
Dad drove a team of 4 horses, and he taught me. I remember sitting high on the thing, and he taught me that with his fingers is how you manipulate the horses
yeah,
with his hands, because Dad always had big, strong hands.
yeah.
And I'm sitting about a mile high on this wagon. He's hauling gravel from Santa Rosa Creek over off E Street. So,
And he used to drive the strawberries over to Napa County on Bennett Valley Road and to the electric train there.
well, I know that Zanellini owned the horses and the
Maybe she's
wagon.
taking a nap.
Dad was working for him.
I don't remember that
Yeah.
name, no.
I don't want to make her.
But
Our dad was kind of a totally uneducated,
We had
born in 1890 with a hair lift and a cleft palate, so he was mocked a lot. But he had a language all his own from that day. For a bicycle was a wheel, and an ice cream cone was a cornucopia, and in my later years, he would have called me a high mucky muck because I went to work with a briefcase and a suit and a tie.
hi, Mucky Muck. Huh?
High mucky muck.
Oh, the one that you guys were calling. Is that
Yeah, the
Well-
language. Yeah, I think Dad, if he had a chance in life, born at a different time or whatever.
Yeah, Pam has kept saying that to me. If he'd had that repaired.
Yeah.
And apparently that is the most common birth defect.
Well, it's something
Cleft palate. Yeah.
Yeah, every
Most
time.
common. And apparently in Asia they're having a lot of that. You know, they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know what caused it. Apparently, it's not hereditary because it hasn't come through to anybody
no,
else.
No, because we thought of that when Pam was born.
Yeah, I thought it when Trina was born too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think it's a part of the birth process.
I never much laughed at hair lip jokes.
No,
it wasn't funny.
No. Not when it's that close to you.
Those people are sick.
Oh yeah, like this.
But can you imagine being born that way in 1890 and then trying to live a normal life? Because some of them are more severe than others, I guess.
Yeah. And his was pretty bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his was really bad. Because I guess besides the hair lip, the cleft palate isn't always with the hair lip. I just don't think. I'm not sure. I don't understand it, but well, anyway, you've seen your round barn again. See, I don't remember.
A beautiful place.
I don't remember coming here for the free bread. I remember going to the commodity warehouse over in town.
Over Roberts Avenue.
Yeah, where we'd go down and pick up canned meat and.
Yeah, I've done that too. Yeah,
that was like like about 1933,
cans,
34.
Dry goods. Yeah. Yeah. And prunes. They gave away prunes there too. I remember that. I said, geez.
I remember the beans that they gave away, the dry beans, with bugs flying out of them. So, and of course, you always had to rinse and soak the beans that Mom had to
soak
cook.
them. Yeah. Yeah.
Things have sure changed, haven't they?
Yeah.
I can't imagine that.
Ready to go, Pam?
R3.
Let's do it.
R3.
That's funny. I was just telling what Uncle Hank was saying about putting the bag of
Weevils are called
green beans, and then the bugs would fly out.
weevils.
Are you taking pictures of those women?
What women?
Just the history of what it is.
Okay,
Here's the one.
downtown Santa Rosa is going to be the biggie. I think.
and
There's the Rosenberg
there's
building.
dog park here.
We've been here before. Probably deterred dog park.
Oh, that's right, because it was you that I was with. Oh my God. That means poop is imminent. You want to hold her now?
Sure, I'll put a towel in my lap.
Right.
Jesus, Lord have mercy.
All right.
I still want to know about Chichiraco.
Chichiraca? Oh, that was just a
Fling.
party. That was a party over at what's the Bowling's?
Yes.
So, Mike, anywhere downtown,
My dad was telling us
we
about
can park.
Chichiraco finally.
And park, and we're going to walk all around 4th Street, Barnes & Noble, Courthouse Square, Mendocino and 4th, Rosenberg Building.
She was at the courthouse square.
Oh, Oddfellows Hall and Temple, too, is on Mendocino, so someplace
actually
north
on
of Mendocino would be
Yeah,
perfect.
you cut Mom.
I don't know whether you want to go there or not. They may still have a warrant out for me for stealing camellias.
Ooh.
Oh, tell him. Oh, look at her. She's
Oh,
hiding.
she's very, very cute. Oh, my God.
That's you. You keep winding up on top.
No, I had a infection in my jawbone, and that could have gone this way, through the side, or through two teeth that way.
And on the way back, we can get your dad went to see Wally
Go
Garden.
left and back up 4th Street.
Yeah.
Something with the Burbank Gardens now.
No, it's over on 3rd Street
I
West.
had surgery done.
Well, they've
I
got
have to
some
wait
nice
just
places
one thing
here.
to heal before they
Yeah, you're
replace
not
the
gonna-
teeth,
you don't wanna
the
take
top of the
third
teeth in to take off to get down to the bone.
No, I don't wear
Everything
them.
I eat,
Oh, we didn't get to West 3rd.
They're going to go there to Amwali Gardens
You want to go to Amwali's?
whenever. Yeah.
We're kind of probably closer to that now than.
Wait a minute.
Okay, let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah, this is a great place
really
to buy
hard.
vegetables too, by the way, and plants.
There was another
1986.
vegetable place out here in this same vicinity. What was it?
Well, then Wally's had all this. That's the only one that I know of.
I'm getting a little, I haven't given in to old age, but I think I'm there.
Well, I'm not quite there, but I've got the bum knees, I'll tell you.
But I truly mean it when I say old people scare me. I mean, because they look so old, and I like the age and wisdom that I have from all these years.
That's
But I don't want that other stuff.
What are we doing? Oh, he's going to film
So what did you do here?
Well, we walked through. My dad had a salt shaker, and he took tomatoes off the vines and whatnot. And then we walked out and picked hops.
Oh, you picked hops here.
The hop fields were right adjacent to it. At, what's the name of the... There wasn't a street there, was it? Because
it ended. It ended. 3rd Street was a dead end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went right into the fields. Yeah.
What did you do with hops? Isn't that what you make beer with?
Yeah.
Yes.
Picked them.
Did he think he was going to make beer
You
with
pulled
that?
them down off the vine, you stripped them without getting leaves in it, and then if there was a thing hanging, you yelled, "High pole!"
And what did it make for you?
High pole was a guy who came by and took down that piece because you couldn't leave any. Oh, sorry. You don't remember that high pole?
Yeah, high pole. Yeah.
When did Grace come, or the whole family, or just the boys?
They all picked. Our grandmother picked them too.
Yeah.
Grandmother Adams.
Yeah, we were the Mexican immigrants of our era.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I used to. Well, the Irish and the Italians were the slaves.
But we got out from, listen,
Yeah, but not
once we
here.
got old enough, I think we've been on our own since we were about 7. That's when we started selling papers, shining shoes, and, it's like...
Stealing flowers.
Yeah,
down
it's like
trees.
we grew out
Really?
of the poor
getting
farm
hairpins
and
and
learned
back
how
to
to make
beauty
enough
salon.
money to get into
You
the
told
TV.
me that.
For what?
No, I did.
To put the flower. Oh, Pam told me
Tin the
they.
flowers.
And then you could sell it to the women for this corsage or for their hair with the flower.
We had a low overhead.
Yeah.
You had no overhead.
Creative.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, where's the good stuff? All right, we're going to look inside
looking
really
for a place
quick.
for the dog.
I'm trying to
Go.
find someplace
Santa, did you find the bathroom yet?
No.
I know where it
I thought
is.
you already went.
It's right through
I
there.
have to
Here. This is great. Look at the greenhouse. It's right on this stuff. Right out there to the left.
Oh, like
Bathroom.
in the house?
No. Yeah,
Wow.
this
Oh,
is where I-
smell that.
Yeah, this is right.
Wait. Let's say for it. Wait till you tear it.
I love that stuff.
Oh, you should have eaten it, yeah.
I'm going to come back and buy some probably tomorrow.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm growing chocolate mint, by the way. So
Oh,
if you want
I
some,
have-
I've got
I have
mass
bunch of that in the
quantities.
yard, yeah.
Okay. And
Grows
once
like a
you
weed.
grow it, it'll continue to do that.
Yeah,
It just flourishes.
I know. I've got it already. Let me get some posters.
So I think downtown's going to be our biggie.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
So
Yeah.
was Alvin a name that a lot of people had in those days? Alvin?
Yeah. Alvin and Calvin.
I'll be damned.
Alvin Calvin Coolidge.
I suppose.
Calvin Alvin Coolidge.
And Wilbur.
Oh, Wilbur.
And the women were Mildred, Grace.
Well, you know what's funny, Dad?
Well, Millie's
What?
kind of cute
People
now.
call Alyssa's friends from school call her Al.
Okay.
Really? You know
Isn't
what?
that
Millie's
no?
a
They
cute
call
name,
her
too.
Al.
Millie.
Oh, I said Millie. Millie. If I had a
Mildred.
boy dog, I'd do Alfie.
Lucy.
Alfie.
Alvin.
And I said
Lucy.
Toots. I
That
said
woman,
Millie.
the woman I just saw over there, her dog's name was,
Gertrude.
oh jeez, I already forgot it.
Abigail,
See,
Abby,
the top end of downtown.
Patty, Abigail,
Like anywhere you
Abby,
wanna park
No, that's
downtown,
too-
Abby, because she looks
That's
like an
fine.
I
Abby.
said Millie too. Millie. I already
Millie's
said.
cute.
Mike's not
That
sharing.
probably would be the second to the
This will
last
be
place
good.
we
Look,
need to
they all
park.
went and got some, Dad.
Yeah, yeah.
But Mom won't
Appreciate
make
you driving
this one.
today.
Okay.
No,
I just saw seeds in
absolutely
it.
not. She will not
And
do
this,
that.
did you get yours?
Yes, I did, but mine doesn't have coconut. I don't think. think. I think you got the
Yeah, it
last
is.
one.
No, I didn't. Let me see.
Mine is
Oh, you didn't get the toasted coconut?
no. Oh,
and
it
maple, yeah, it
is.
is. You only had two.
Coconut,
3 left.
almond, maple.
Yeah, that's it.
So wrap it.
So Mike,
bacon
anywhere near
and
Courthouse
broil
Square, and
it.
we'll take it from
And
there.
the bacon
What?
grease goes down around the
Park
thing,
anywhere
and
around
cheese-
Courthouse Square.
Cheese melts in the center.
Good luck.
Seriously, I've never had that.
Decadent.
Big
Oh,
preserves.
decadent.
Big preserves.
Okay, now where's the creek here on West 3rd?
No.
Yeah.
Right up
So
there.
roll it literally.
Right here.
Like how many sheets?
Well, then Irene's must have been where all these cars are parked.
What was Irene's?
Whorehouse.
House.
And you just put
That's it, Roberts
Yeah,
Avenue.
right there.
Roberts Avenue.
At the end.
That's where Irene's was.
When I used to go there, it was called Hazel's.
Brush with butter.
Russia was better before or after?
Before. And
Must have been a new proprietor.
But see, that was the city limits.
Yesterday.
That was at that time. That was the creek. There was the city limits,
And that was Grace Brothers right
and
there.
anything outside the city limits was fair game.
Dad claims he only delivered papers there.
A likely story.
I know. And then over here was Grace Brothers Beer, where the Hyatt is now.
Oh yeah, the brewery. Yeah, you go behind it,
It's a
and
creek.
pick a couple of bottles up, and come around front and sell them.
That's exactly what we did. Yeah.
Penny a piece.
We used to get a nickel, Hank. They were for the quart bottle.
Quart bottles.
The
I don't remember
Remember
ever
that?
getting a nickel for a bottle.
Yeah, I got nickels. They were the big quart bottles.
Somebody would
You
broke
can't
me.
now. Your arms don't work.
Oh, you were in the big time then later. Okay.
I'd
Yeah.
still do it.
Damn, body slammed. She can't use her
Yeah,
arms.
head-
She's like
head
this.
bash.
Come on, come on. Can you
Oh, we used to
imagine
climb
the
at the
rain,
courthouse
Suzanne,
and-
Kathy, and me?
And the Natural History Museum we go into.
Now, somewhere-
I was following her all over.
What?
He came
Somewhere
onto her
here there
property
was a
and she
skating
Came
rink
in the back
in
door. I don't
later
know what it was
years,
gonna
an
do.
ice skating
She
rink.
pulled out her gun.
I thought he was at the
flipped
back.
or did anything like that again. Ever.
By the way, you
Oh,
know
yeah.
what? You know why that freeway runs through town
That's
now?
my Raylene.
She's pretty cute.
Any of you know the history of that freeway?
No.
General Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Yeah, but I
These
didn't
were the
buckle.
freeways, the interstate highways built for the
He's one of my top 5 presidents ever.
Who?
for the
Eisenhower. I
Oh,
love
yeah,
military
I like
for
Eisenhower.
military
I like him for the
Dwight
fashion.
purposes.
Dwight D. He was great.
So Pam, there's him, George W. Bush, George H. Bush,
Roosevelt was
and,
famous.
and Ronald Reagan. Who's the fifth? Huh?
She loves Cheney too, even though he was
I
only
didn't
vice
hear that.
president.
Well, he was just a vice president, though. Cheney was.
He was the
who's your
best vice
fifth?
president ever.
Huh?
He's looking at Pam.
I'll just stay with Eisenhower's one of my
Oh,
top
Dick
5.
Cheney,
Okay,
God
well.
bless his
Kenny,
daughter. That's
whatever-
all I have
whatever-
to say is
but
God
whatever
bless
it
that
is-
daughter.
Oh, God bless
Wake
her.
up and
God
smell
bless.
the whatever it is,
Homosexuality.
coffee buddy.
Well, they
Courthouse
both were at
Square,
the
one
wedding.
block
Both
up
parents,
there
he
on
loves
the
his
left.
daughter.
Oh, absolutely.
They wouldn't
That's
have
why
been anybody
things
else's
changed.
wedding if
You
their
might
daughter, if it
want
hadn't
to-
I
been
think
their
there's
daughter.
more
I
to
don't
it
want
now.
to party
I don't
with
know.
that.
No, the
Oh,
mom
yeah.
was really shy.
Yeah,
Not
if you could
either,
sneak
because
over
my
and turn
sister's
left, that
big.
would
Yes, she
probably
would.
be.
Are you
I've had gay
mean?
friends all
It's
my
okay,
life.
turn
No,
left
I mean
up
if you
there.
didn't know.
No, she's saying I wouldn't have gone to anybody's wedding if you
If
were
you
my
didn't
sister.
know,
Bullshit.
because you
No parking
learned.
like
Patty,
on
been there,
Street
done
Market,
that.
there is.
But when, no, when you were younger,
uh-oh.
we had.
Turn the recorder off, for God's sake!
No, I mean, we've learned. I'm saying
You can cut it out. We can use it in the law.
I've had
in
tolerance.
the,
My piano teacher was
lawsuit.
black, and
Yeah.
Well, but don't
I've
be
had
around
friends
those
that
just
were-
because they're black. Hey, Dee Dee hated that.
that had nothing to do. Who the fuck's Dee Dee?
Black Dee Dee.
John's girlfriend.
She said
Dee Dee.
someone was
Wait, I
talking
don't
to
know
her
who that
saying
is. Please tell me who Dee Dee is. I don't know
John's
who I'm
ex.
being.
She goes.
I never met her.
No, I'm not saying that she had a.
So,
this guy
yeah,
came up
Brown
with
Right.
eyes
ice
and
and
black.
No, I mean she goes. You know, for one person who does that.
Where's the
So
courthouse?
I'm prejudiced.
I think I could make some
I don't like
inroads, I guess.
Mexicans.
No,
I
I
don't
didn't
like
say
those.
that.
God,
I
you
didn't
guys,
say that.
or
Stop
blacks or
in
kids.
the name of love.
Well, something fun.
Wow.
No, I'm saying
Why, what is it? What does
Oh,
it mean?
wow.
Well,
Too bad. That would have been
Here's one
perfect.
right here.
Who's Dee Dee?
No.
Perfect.
Who's John? I don't know.
McNeely.
I don't even know.
Now,
John
Dee Dee
McNeely.
We were
But I don't know
somewhere.
who Dee Dee is.
I have a
No,
story on
somewhere she
Courthouse
goes,
Square.
Dee Dee, what is
Anybody
that?
interested?
Well, wait till you get outside. So
Yeah,
you get
well,
it
let's
on
get it
film.
outside.
Oh.
She is though.
No, I'm saying.
Ghost.
Thank you. Perfect. Thank you.
I think that Henderson was right over here. We used to shop over here.
Okay.
The men's
Oh,
store.
we don't need to.
Remember that?
Henderson.
Oh.
But wait a minute. Wasn't no? Wait, right here was
This is the White House, big deal.
That's the original
Isn't that
Rosenberg
Mendocino
building.
Avenue?
No, I thought it was B
No,
Street.
no.
Yeah, this is Mendocino.
This
Yeah.
was
Mendocino, okay.
this was the Five and Dime store. Crest was down there,
Crest was
and
right here.
what's the name?
Right here.
Woolworths was here.
Yeah.
And Woolworths had the three side-by-side ice cream cones, the 3-scoop ice cream cone for a nickel or
I thought we were
something.
next to B Street here.
Yeah, no.
Where in the hell
Stick
did
with
I see B Street?
Stick with me, old guy. I'll show you where we are here.
You'll leave
But
me.
I lost
You'll
the
leave
court.
me
I lost
astray.
the courthouse here.
Right here.
Courthouse right here.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the courthouse.
Right there.
This is the very short story of the
You
courthouse.
didn't ask to go on the roof, did you?
We used to, Bruce Cameron and I were great friends, you know. And when we were freshmen in junior high school,
We tried.
the night before some midnight show, we had
Oh, is this where they did it?
we had seen something. I don't know whether it was a Spider-Man or a fly or that thing. Anyway,
Yeah, and then
so
sit up there with your legs.
we're climbing.
Paula, zip it.
We're climbing the outer wall of the courthouse. Now, Bruce Cameron had a twin sister, Esther, very shy girl. So the next day in junior high, the teacher says to Bruce Cameron, Bruce, were you and Henry Adams why were you and Henry Adams climbing the walls of the courthouse yesterday? And poor Esther Cameron is, head bowed down, the shy twin sister. But anyway, that's what we were doing, climbing the walls of the courthouse.
What about when you used to come here and you used to do the shoes? Were you
Yeah, well,
fencing yours?
anyway, we called it the Crow's Nest. And it's probably before Al got old enough, but
No,
Yeah,
I
let's
shine
get off
shoes
the
here.
sidewalk
Yeah.
and,
Go over there, Hank.
and let's go get in the shade.
Well, remember, I'm
Hey, up
lost.
here.
Watch out.
Well, the entrance,
Dad in the shade.
Al, the entrance to the courthouse, come here, Al. The entrance to the courthouse was this big plaza with benches on either side. And anyway,
The courthouse is over here,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
during-
those blocks, the entrance to the court, the big
Yeah.
steps came up on this side.
Yeah.
because the street didn't go through then, it went around both
Yeah.
sides.
This is the Empire Beauty Salon where we got our haircut
Yeah,
free.
right, the haircut for free.
They practice on us. They did.
But anyway, I used to come here, and on a slow day, and on the old pensioners who used to get like $30 a month, is what a pension was, and shine like 2 for a nickel, 2 pairs of shoes, and make them feel good. The old guys that sat around the benches on the crow's nest.
And they'd always wait for us, yeah.
Yeah.
Cotta's shine shoes too. Bobby Cotta?
Bob Cotta, oh yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
it's so different though, because you had this big plaza that came up to the front of the courthouse, and in the basement of the courthouse was a stuffed animals. Remember that?
The history, yeah.
Yeah.
The natural history.
Yeah.
But you remember the cop that used to stand on the corner
Oh yeah.
to let traffic
Well,
across?
and also Carl's shoe store right here,
Yeah. Carl's, yeah.
and it was the best corner for selling papers in Santa Rosa.
Right there where the exchange bank is now.
Well, on this side of the street.
Oh, this side over
Yeah,
here.
right.
Yeah.
It was Carl's shoe store, and the funny story, I walked into a bar in Tiburon about 1979 or 80, and a guy is in here playing the piano, and I walk in and he says, "Hi, Hank," and I said, "Excuse me," Anyway, he says, his name was Bob, I can't remember his name. He took over this corner from me when I gave it up, selling newspapers, because it was the best corner in town. The next best one was down by Keegan Brothers. I think you had that one.
Yeah, and I would question that because I think that was the best corner, 4th and B Street.
Okay, well,
Dante Tonelli sold the Call Bulletin.
Oh, yeah,
And
okay,
Christ,
I
he
remember
sold 50 of them, and I sold about 2 news or 3 newses and 1 trivia.
But anyway,
the guy
there were
flipping through
certain
the picture.
corners to sell papers on.
Yeah.
But this guy, I'm walking in, and 30 years later or so, he said, "Hi, Hank." I said, "How do you do that? You know that you haven't seen me." But he said he took over this corner when I gave it up for selling papers. So.
The Sawyer's was
I
down
can't even
here.
remember what I had for breakfast yesterday.
Dad, where did you sell the little flowers with the clothespins on them?
Oh, around the bars.
Around the
Till
bars.
2 that was right over there.
We started at the Till 2.
Yeah.
And then Chet Byron's Buffet was right across catty corner from it. And then you skipped the Eisenhoods because that was too classy to go in with a shoeshine box.
And Walcott's, who had the popcorn thing by the Roxy Theater, had us sell confetti on New Year's Eve.
Honest to God?
Yeah.
Would you break up your own concoction?
No, they had bags of it done.
Of course, we could.
Yeah.
There are lots of money-making schemes. You climb a tree and get the kissing stuff.
Oh, mistletoe.
Mistletoe.
Yeah.
Now, where did you guys jump? I was talking to you before years ago. I got you, Dad, together in Mom's kitchen, and we were talking. You guys said you used to run here and jump across
We
a building.
First of all,
right here.
we go up where the elevator was on the Eisenberg or Rosenberg building.
Yeah.
And there was an entrance that we could get up through there. I can't remember where it was, but we could do this whole block. It's
So
built.
that was Mendocino there?
No,
then?
let me show you.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
right.
heading over there. Yeah.
Where it was, Hank, is next door to Kurlander's.
Well, no, but that was for that block.
That block, yeah.
But this block.
Oh, this one.
I remember doing
How
that.
did you?
Oh yeah.
I remember this though.
Yeah. On this one.
So you did the same thing here?
Yeah. But this one, of course. This one, of course, right next to the shoeshine parlor, there were stairs that went upstairs.
Well, the Rosenberg building, what I remember the most, going up in the elevator or going up the steps, you know? And then going up to the top. But the one I remember the most.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was the easiest. I know she looked like.
Yeah, and we jumped over in the alley. We jumped over to the other building, and this old cop was about 50 years old, and he looked at us, and he went like this, and he went back down. I remember that.
So the entrance to the Rosenberg building was on Mendocino when you were kids?
This is the Rosenberg. Al is talking about another one on the roof that we're going.
That's Kurlander's on the other side.
There's an entrance.
Hey, you missed that.
Say it again.
Say it again. Oh, it was easy. Extra, get your news. Gene Krupa arrested for dope. Gene Krupa arrested for dope. That was a big headline. Gene Krupa arrested for dope.
I played the drums. Yes,
Yeah, extra, read all about it. They've got it locked.
Anxious, did it? Sure. Yeah. I
It's locked up, it's locked up.
Oh, excuse us. Excuse us. Can I ask you a question? Sure.
My father and his brother, my Uncle Hank, used to live here when they were little, and they used to go up the elevator and go on the roof. Is there any way we could gain access?
The roof has been closed for a long time.
Oh yeah, they used to jump off when they were kids and smoke the
one
little
your dad's
cigarettes.
talking about goes across the street because we had both.
Oh, they used to come and ride the elevators.
Yeah, right.
They used to come and ride the elevators and such, but yeah, darn it. Well,
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
you might see yourself on TV.
Okay.
See?
Hi.
Yes, she's very stylish.
What happened to the pool hall?
But there's no way to get up to the elevator, huh? Ah, darn. Okay.
You want to come in?
Do you want to come in and look, Dad? She said she'll let us in.
You want to come look?
Ride the elevator real quick?
we'll meet you back down here.
Right about here, across the street, was we had about gosh, I know we didn't have more than 3 or 4 black families. We called them Negro then, and that wasn't insulting. But he had a shoe shine parlor right here. I think his name was Jack.
Yeah, and Kurlanders was here too.
Kurlanders was right there.
Yeah.
And pool halls, by the way, during our time, were sinful.
And Gabe's was down here.
Gabe's was across the street.
Across the street, right.
And I lost more money playing Guna or snooker.
Snooker, yeah.
I wasn't as good as.
So Gabe's right on the corner?
Gabe,
where the
Gabe,
Puerto Rico,
no, the Gabe's was one from the
Puerto Rican
corner because
restaurant,
there was a different store there at the corner. Gabe's was
one
building, one
door,
entrance, one door,
one
next,
entrance, yeah.
But Kurlanders was Kurlander's wife was a little funny. She lived on College Avenue.
Yeah.
And I think she played around.
Oh. Well, knowing Kurlander, I can see why.
Yeah. But anyway, it's so easy. This is all changed now. The bank has been rebuilt. But getting up those stairs and getting on that roof, you could see any parade or anything. We could do the whole thing. And you're talking about jumping the...
And we threw water balloons off on people. He did more than I did.
Yeah.
But it was
we did.
So what really baffles me is nobody really stopped us from doing this.
I think we were pretty good. I don't think we were real bad. Maybe kind of bad. But the building now, the alleys were on the other side here. And we'd walk in the alleys and get cardboard boxes and make things out of it.
Also, there's an alley between these places.
That's right.
And we used to go pick hairpins because you could shoot them with a rubber band because the beauty parlor there, and they have all this hair.
We called it the 5th Street Alley.
Yeah.
And I think it was Penny's was the store down there. And during World War II, there was a guy by the name of Archie, and he had a hole in the wall right next to the bank, just a hole, and he sold cigarettes and newspapers and whatnot. He was handicapped, and a lot of people went to Mare Island.
The alley is still there.
So they would stop there and get the papers. And the paper companies gave him a bigger break on the cost and everything. So, and yeah. And the Press Democrat was down there. Is that? Yeah. Still there. Yeah. And Oddfellows was right across the street. Okay.
Yeah, I've got a little place on the 3rd floor here where I go right. About the size of a walk-in closet. Oh. It's job done.
Al?
Yeah.
Oh, the Santa Rosa Press Democrat used to be right down there.
Yeah, a couple times I think.
Where was it? Which one?
Well, so it's not this building.
No.
Because that's got a temple star.
Oddfellows
over
across the
Actually, there's press right there. That red brown can building.
Well, it's still Democrat, only a new building.
Well, they do the train down.
So I guess the old
This
building's
is
totally
still the
torn down
executive
then, or
offices
what?
Al, do you remember where Oddfellows was? It's all so different.
It's right across the street from the Press Democrat.
Yeah, right. That's what I was telling her about. It wasn't built up. Anyway, you're going to have to estimate here because the yeah, I would guess it. I don't think it was as far as that street. So Oddfellows must have been about here because there was.
Yeah, I'd say roughly.
What happened was there was a driveway.
And a walkway too.
Look at that. That says Woolworths. That wasn't Woolworths when we were
No,
kids.
no.
Anyway, there was
This
a
is
driveway
Woolworths
that
in
went
the
through.
60s.
In the 60s?
Yeah. The driveway that went through, right about here, next to the driveway.
Oh my God, look!
The walkway.
Bobby pin! Oh my God! I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Wow!
Let's make a corsage.
There was this humongous camellia tree, the only camellia tree I've ever seen in my entire life, and you could climb it. In other words, it was that
I
solid.
thought it was a magnolia. It was a camellia tree?
Camellia.
'Cause I know picking the flowers.
Oh yeah, I remember that so distinctly. And Bruce and I are up in the tree, and a car drives in. They're having a function in the evening, and some lady in the car says something like, "George, there's something in the tree." Oh, one of those things. They drive in and get out, and what's up in the tree is Bruce and I cutting camellias. See, and then we cut the camellias, and then we'd go on the gutters and pick up cigarette packs that had, because then they had tinfoil.
Tinfoil.
And wrap the tinfoil around the stem of the thing, and then buy 5 cents worth of pins and sell them in the bar for a quarter.
25 cents, yeah. I did that too.
But you know what they call a camellia in Japanese?
No.
Hanasabaka. We go to Hanasabaka.
No, I know that.
We go to Hanasabaka restaurant, and I asked, I said, "Is that the name of the owner?" He says, "No, it's a flower." And he showed it, and I said, "It's a camellia." So
this is right where.
it's close. It's hard to
It's
tell
all open.
because at that time,
right across from the Press Democrat.
yeah, and the Press Democrat, of course, that building has grown and is totally rebuilt. We used to go down the alley. Did you ever? I don't know if you ever sell the Press Democrat or deliver it.
Well,
I
no.
did some. I did for a while.
No, I used to trade Oakland Tribunes because they were so bad to a guy that worked at the Democrat, and I sold those Democrats and made some money, but I got rid of the Tribunes to him. Some
Well, anyway,
of them.
down in this alley, halfway down, was the printing presses. You went down in where the printing presses
down
were.
the alley and on the right.
That's where we put the papers together and everything.
Yeah.
But
I used to do it for nothing. I'd go down there because I like to horse around with the papers, and I'd go in there and insert for them, the Democrat, down this alley. And remember, right behind it was the California Theater.
Yeah, right.
You go through a vacant lot there. Yeah.
That's right. The California Theater straight through.
Straight through. Yeah. Is this still there?
No.
No.
Cost me 20.
That's all the Santa Rosa Plaza now. Yeah, I know the alley exactly as you're talking about. Because I was a PD carrier in the '60s when I was a kid. Yeah, it was a yellow building, wasn't it? And the alley went right down there, and on the right was the printing presses. Yeah, we used to come down here.
Did they shut down on Mondays still? And in my day, Mondays was a day off for them.
Huh. No, it's 7 days.
7 days, okay.
And it's mornings now. Of course, back then it was Sunday morning, but every other day was an afternoon.
Yeah.
Well, they had two papers at that time. The Press Democrat was the key paper. They also had the Santa Rosa Republican, and it didn't last long. The Republican was an afternoon paper.
Huh.
But it's hard to pick. I don't know where Oddfellows was. It's right close here, and definitely across from the old Press Democrat.
Right, exactly.
But the building set back off the street, and there was a drive-through.
Well, let's go down to 4th and B Street and show you the big corner where I sold papers.
Where you sold papers.
Barnes and Noble?
Yes, you said 4th and B?
I didn't know you guys were into books back then like that.
Sure.
Oh, Cameron and I were up in the tree cutting camellias, and we had a nice function.
I mean, the little ones cost 50. Can you imagine?
I know. I don't do pictures for a day.
Oh shit, that's good.
Did you guys go in the donut and the cupcakes?
Yes.
How do you stay so thin?
Me?
They work out
I
all the
don't eat
time.
breakfast and I don't eat. I have very little dinner. But I love my sugar.
Okay, I gotta try that.
That's good.
Just eat the sugar, nothing else.
I have a very small banana for breakfast. One taco for lunch. Although I did have cheese also. But those lemon cupcakes are to die.
Oh,
Okay, let's hear it.
Al.
San Francisco News, Oakland Tribune, paper.
Call bulletin. Get your call bulletin here. Actually, I never sold the call bulletin. I sold the San Francisco News.
Yeah.
But I remember now.
We got the worst paper in the country.
I remember now on Maroney's.
Yeah.
They had a little piece of what Kay's Jewelers won. And he held out for a while, and then the price became so good that he sold it.
Yeah. That's right. And World War II, the guy from the Owl Garage, and he drove his tow truck around with a thing hitting the ground right after a victory over VJ Day.
Around the courthouse.
Yeah, he did.
This was Exchange and Hinton Avenue.
Yes, right. And I think the name of it was the Owl Garage, but I'm not positive.
Now, is this
This is the courthouse.
okay? But
This is Hinton.
the street that went around the courthouse,
Yeah.
is this part of it here?
No.
I think it was over here.
No, the streets were on the side.
Yeah,
Hinton
on
and
the round
Exchange.
side, yeah.
Okay. Because there was a big name restaurant on this side we never went into with
Expensive
the
one,
The
yeah.
Topaz Room.
Topaz Room. Yeah, okay.
Topaz
was
Room,
during-
that's it.
Yeah,
Topaz Room.
and then Eisenhood's we never went into because it was too high class for shining shoes. And the Till 2 obviously is gone.
Yeah.
See, all the good bars have left us.
The bartender got mad at me once. I was trying to sell paper to this drunk, and the drunk walked out of the place, and he hadn't paid his tab. He says, "You goddamn kids." But most of them would let us do anything, go in. In fact, I go into the Chinese restaurant, and they have the curtains. You remember that over on 5th
that
Street?
little place on 3rd Street.
3rd, you're right.
Yeah,
3rd
right.
Street.
Yeah.
And I pull the curtains back and ask if they want to buy paper. Yeah. Oh,
That was
God.
good Chinese food there, though. I used to eat there.
I don't think I ever ate there, but
Because Chinatown,
I didn't sell many papers there either.
Chinatown, little as it was down 4th Street.
yeah.
Japanese Town or Jap Town, whatever you call it, was on 2nd and First, was it?
And what?
2nd or 1st Street? Where
I
the
think it was
Pentecostal church-
2nd, Hank. I think 1st was like the end.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Then it was 2nd and
2nd, yeah.
where the Pentecostal church was, right there.
Right,
that
right
block.
across the street, yeah. And when I went to get candy, and I don't know about you, but I never put all my money in that box. And I saved the money, and they were all penny candy. God, there was yards of it. And it was closed this Sunday, and I said, what? what happened? He says, oh, they put them all in jail. And I said, what'd they do? He says, I don't know, but they put them all in jail. Yeah. Boy.
Yeah, Japantown emptied when World War II broke out.
Yeah. Well, do you mind if we go down to 4th and B?
No, let's go.
Everywhere, look at everywhere.
It's a terrible place to record.
Try it. Got a sugar guy?
Oh yeah, but
Oh, that was funny, you guys getting your newspaper hauler.
Hank, our uncles used to come down here, and this is where they meet.
Feel this. They would.
Jake and
Jake and his son who was.
Penguin over you. Whoa!
Did you?
Right here?
Yeah. They'd park right here. Yeah.
Hey, wait a second.
They'd come down and buy their flowers and.
Saturday. This was the county seat. And Saturday was the big shopping day, and we had a great uncle that would come down here,
Uncle Jake,
and he would tie up his horse and buggy to one of those things that are no longer
they used to have
appropriate
in
this PC world. That had the ring on the thing, and do his banking and shopping, and then go back to Rincon Valley.
And they gave away all the property. They owned all the property at the Rincon Valley.
He had
on the be the north side.
Uncle Jake did mined Quicksilver. That's what they did up there in the mountains, hills.
Oh, Quicksilver too. Yeah, and
but it was funny, like I say, at that time people could come in with, it sounds like we're ancient, come in with a horse and buggy,
and
tie it up to the post.
They would they would grow the vegetables up there for them, and we'd get vegetables, and they had rattlesnakes up there. And I said to my father once, I said, you know, I think I'm a little afraid of these rattlesnakes that are up here. And he says, it's Alvin, he said, don't worry, they always warn you first. Not comforting. Scared the hell out of me by her.
No, the White House is this way.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the old Barnes and Noble?
That's the Rosenberg building.
Oh, okay.
Department store, yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay.
And then you want to hit I think that's about all, unless you guys can think of something else. Did you want to hit the rural cemetery?
The what?
The rural cemetery.
Oh, I don't know. Al mentioned that. I'm not much into cemeteries, but that's whatever.
Okay, I think you guys used to ride by to deliver papers and stuff, or?
I did. I don't know where Hank's route was.
You know what my greatest ambition was in life?
Mine was
when
to get
when I came back from overseas after 3 years away and at the ripe old age of 19 was to have a job where I wore a suit and tie and sell things in the White House department store. I mean, that was a great ambition.
This was a bar.
Look at that.
And I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah, I know.
It's a bar. And Roland, he is Indian. My sister's married. Well, was married. He's gone now. And he went in here to get a drink, and a guy by the name of Ross, he said, I can't sell you a drink. They couldn't sell to an Indian. That was 1946.
No, it's 1940 or
46 or 47, yeah.
I thought
he came back.
That, but,
yeah. And they.
That's right. They couldn't sell liquor to an Indian.
That's
the
right.
Indians had to buy it.
That's right.
That used to be a bar. That was my favorite bar in town right there. It closed a couple years ago.
What was the name?
Well, it was called Portofino, but
wasn't
there. That might have been the bar.
Was there a pharmacy right next to it?
Well,
the bar,
I'm talking
I remember,
recent.
had a pharmacy right next door.
Yeah, the Owl was down here. Wasn't it the Owl Pharmacy? Yeah. And then Rexall. Rexall drugstore was right there.
There's the bar right here or there.
Santa Rosa
and
Hotel
next
was
to
over
it
here.
was a pharmacy.
Now, where was where did you say you lived? The Royal? No.
The what?
The hotel, the Royal Hotel, you rented a room?
Majestic.
Majestic, okay. Well,
That's right, off V Street, on 4th, on the left.
That's amazing. What did you pay for your room?
Sorry.
I'd have to guess, honey. I have no idea.
How
But,
much was the room?
What? Oh, is this where you were living?
In the Majestic Hotel, when you
Above
came back.
the Classic Grill.
Yeah, and when you came back, we went to Humboldt Street.
Right, and for the Mallories who had that something on First Street, one of the Mallory brothers.
Accounting, he was an
Anyway, we rented that room. Yeah, Al was living above the Classic Grill.
Which was the Majestic Hotel.
And yeah, I moved in until we got a place together at the...
I was trying to get her on my shoulder, but I'm not having much luck.
Is there any other place you guys can think of downtown or near downtown, or we pretty much
How about the mall?
I got pretty much...
No.
This was to die for. Somewhere right here, Wright's Fountain. Wright's Fountain back in about 38 or 39. And they made
soda fountain.
plain cake donuts in the window. They had a donut machine. And you could smell them as far as you cornered. And I think they're about a nickel a piece.
Yeah.
And you bought them and they were hot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Once you smell fresh donuts, it's all over.
I know.
Wright's Fountain. Yeah, that's another special place.
I can smell them now just thinking about it.
Look at who's going.
Hey, buddy.
Look, we're all making sure
Millie.
she can go toward the street.
I like Millie. Millie rolls off your tongue.
Yeah, Nellie's nice.
Thank you, John.
Are you saying Millie or Nellie?
Millie.
Actually, I like Nellie.
Nellie's better than
Nellie, I like Nellie.
Here now.
Millie's kind of hard to say.
Millie. She's
Well,
sniffing out
Lucy's
us.
kind of hard, but that's Nellie. Likes. Come here now.
I think she's
I like
sniffing.
Nellie's cute. Nellie, come here now.
What are you eating?
Uh-oh. Hopefully not a cigarette butt. No.
You are so cute. I just
And the dog's cute too, right?
Yeah. 10-pointer.
Yeah, good for him, Mike.
Never heard that one before.
Did John set the look for him? Hey, thanks.
Starting to sniff again, but she's serious.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what guys don't have it real easy.
I mean, you're to borrow.
Who's going to look at us?
Yeah, yeah, right.
Graham.
No.
Coming up there, Sonny.
No.
Oh my gosh. Jim said I've lost my side of the bed to Mike. Mike's my dog. I don't even think about it anymore. He is named after
Wait a minute,
him.
you don't look like a...
Yeah, wait a minute. And so,
switching husbands or what?
yeah, I mean, that's what you do.
That's right. Yeah, you set us right off.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. So,
Well,
no, Mike
this
is-
didn't look like this on the front
Jim
before
is
when it was
such
the
a
White
humble
House.
hearing.
No,
and he listens to the radio.
And across the street,
Keegan Brothers.
of course, 4th Street went through.
Yeah.
Eyes can close, but ears, there are no flaps.
Pam,
I cannot do it. I mean, that's
this is where- This is
Couldn't
where
do
your
it.
dad made it big
So,
when he
he
finally
started
moved up.
he could turn that radio
Keegan
on.
Brothers was on the corner,
Yeah.
and that was one of the. He says the prime #1. I thought the other one was number
Dante
1.
Tonelli sold the call bulletin. He just died a few years ago. And I wrote a letter to the mortuary because they wouldn't give me his address. And I never got a reply, which I understand. But I told her that I sold papers with Dante Tonelli at 4th and B in front of Keegan. But,
That's a great corner. I can't remember which papers I was selling. Probably the San Francisco News or the
News and
Examiner.
Tribune. I never sold. The only place I sold the Examiner was at the Catholic Church. The Examiner, Chronicle, and a few Tribune. But I don't think I sold the Examiner anywhere.
And then right across the street from there was Hardesty's.
Hardesty's, yeah. I guess it's for the
Right here, though, across from the Santa Rosa Plaza entrance.
It's
4th and B was it for you?
Yeah, 4th and B.
Yep. Right here.
Well, what do you think? Call it a day?
Yeah.
I think so. I think we're ready. It's 1:30 in the morning. Sports Talk Radio.
God, it's so big now. I think the population when we were kids was 17,000.
11,500.
17,500.
I think we're good.
Okay.
The last final thing is, you know, that when the times we're talking about starting out, Al and I were both working from about the age of 7, and I don't think we ever stopped.
I've seen them online.
So,
Well, you got your wish. You got time to sleep.
well, I have to tell you, I'm not sure whether he was born into the family, but I'd have adopted him if he wasn't as a brother anyway. He's that special.
And I would have accepted.
Yeah, I guess train him. I can't wait to.
Pam's responsible for this.
Don't blame me. But it's been a walk down memory lane with Dad and Uncle Hank. I love you guys.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Thanks, John.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Gigi Rocco was a fine
For
woman.
the van.
Wow. Did you already said? He goes, she was a fine woman. John,
Was she good,
John
though?
said he gets
Fine
the
is
story.
one thing, good's another.
Let me give you a 5 back.
Okay, I'll ever
So,
go
Dad,
tomorrow.
Patty really
2
wants
days
to know
later
about
after
Chichi
no calls back.
Rocco.
She was
Once a
just a
girl.
little girl. That
Yeah,
story,
yeah.
that's like Grandpa Bob with the redhead. It's so blown out. She was just a little girl and the older guys over at the Bullock's house,
Yeah.
they had me dance with her.
Oh, Dad.
That was
I
it.
heard she's an older
Dance
woman. Mom said you told me she was an older woman, a divorced woman.
Yeah, Patty.
Mom, someone
Paula.
told me that story.
Whoever told you
me out
that
of
is
this.
nuts.
It's probably
She was a
Mom.
little sweet little girl, Chichi Rocco.
How did you dance? Fast or slow?
I just went around in circles.
How old?
Probably 7 or 8. I don't know.
What a name. That's a great stripper name. Chichi Rocco.
She lived in one of the nicer
I mean, you
houses a
couldn't
little
make
bit
that
down
one up.
Yard
She
Street.
did?
With a name like that.